that word. Because if you go to a school like, for example, St. Charles, Michaelhouse, Marisburg College, the black kids have an accent. Okay, they don't talk like they're from the location. They talk like in this Model C accent, but there's a different variation from the way white kids talk.
How long do you think racism or that era apartheid lasted for?
These new, what they
Yeah.
call the microwave babies, they came out. Every person assumes that if I get married, that means getting laid every single day.
You don't.
True.
It'll get worse with time.
Have you ever tried thinking from a female's point of view? Let me teach you a trick.
Teach everybody a trick, people.
How can you say you are an MEC or whatever, like
Yeah.
you are the head of education? How can you say, let's drop the pass rate so that we can have more people passing, so we'll have more doctors and lawyers and stuff? Where do you draw the line with racism? Because okay? What is nigga? Would you be offended if I called you a nigga?
Well, okay, so
YouTube's gonna cancel us now.
here's where I'm going with this. How do we allow it to happen for so long?
Are we about to be banned from YouTube?
But
Guys, this thing will just get
discussion.
pulled down now.
Let's just hear it.
Yeah, give me all your attention. One time for the misfits. Through the doors open on the highway. I promise you don't want to miss this.
El racismo.
always running.
Yeah.
No, but then you can't put that in now.
He's fucking with you. Right, boys and girls, we are back in the home studio. Joshy. Welcome to the Low Share Podcast. Yes. We're back with Paul. He's not
Some old friends.
He's not sinking in the chair.
I was just like this. I was thinking, my shirt's flying up here. I'm like, what
He's
the
not sinking in the chair now.
He's out here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on,
See, now I'm
Paul?
not scared of the
How's
mic.
the business going there, bro?
Like everything else, ups, downs. I'm fighting all the cheap artists.
Oh, you're fighting them.
Hey,
Yeah,
price. It's a price
It's
war
a price
now.
war.
What's the story?
Hey, with the recession now, O's a cutting price there.
Yeah.
Eh?
You know what's the worst problem?
Yeah.
The guys that are good are
Yeah.
charging a little bit. So now it's like,
Oh, so now it's competitive.
Whoa.
Yeah. I need to sit.
How much does it cost you now for a full sleeve?
Jesus.
What's your cost? Full sleeve, Paul? My left arm is empty. Full sleeve. What are we saying?
Woo. Listen, it's gonna cost you about maybe plus minus 30 to 40K.
How's the market looking though lately for tattoos?
Listen,
Doing okay?
it gets quiet, and in December time, it's like gym. Everybody wants that summer
Really?
bod. So, I want to get this tattoo, go to the beach and whatever. So
Yeah. Oh, is it one of those people get tattoos like festive
yeah, but everyone
time?
wants to flex,
Yeah, because
bro.
they now want to flex their bodies.
So yeah, that's
Now we
it. So
want to see
everybody
our bodies.
Yeah.
saves up whole year, gets the tattoos. I'm blessed that I've got people that come to me because
Consistently.
yeah, they've saved up.
Yeah.
They know my name. So that's the thing. They look for my work.
But tattoos are not like haircuts, bro. Like haircuts is like weekly.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. It's
Yeah.
like, listen, shout out to Bryce and C. I have to just cut all my hair off now because
Yeah.
he's only cutting Josh's hair.
Yeah,
yeah, it's okay.
yeah.
Well,
You know, Josh didn't have a haircut when he wears a cap on the episode.
I've done that twice.
Yeah, you know, it's like
Yeah,
tough
we gotta make
times
sure.
now.
We gotta make
Meanwhile,
sure.
it's still fine, but
gotta make
Listen,
sure.
wait, was that your fault or Bryson's fault?
Bryson's.
Yeah, always.
Obvious.
Bobber B.
Obvious
Listen,
Bobber P.
He
Did
just-
Bobber B cut?
He just cut my son's
I actually
hair.
want people.
Is it? Did he cut your son's
He
hair?
cut my son's hair.
Wow,
yeah.
his son had his first haircut.
Yeah,
snap.
it was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Listen, he's good with the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but my kid, he didn't cry. He was absolutely fine. It's interesting.
He didn't cry.
Nothing.
Listen, these new, what they
Yeah.
call the microwave babies, they came out. You'll be watching
Microwave babies.
podcasts, yeah, watching. You don't
Is
know.
Kobe subscribed?
Yeah, of course.
See?
Yeah,
Of
standard.
course,
He's even got a bank account, guys.
Are you gonna get your kid an iPad though?
Get your kid a bank account. Start there, all right?
Really?
While he's young. And I don't even know, like, put in what, $200, $300?
Wait
a
now.
month?
So what
Yeah.
happens with that? Because he's like a baby. So my son's got a bank account, but he's
Yeah.
like 14 years old.
Yeah.
What happens when you're like a little bit short and need to?
Let me tell you.
Hey, there's 15K sitting there.
Here's the plan.
There's 15.
You put 500 Rand a month, whatever. When he turns 18, you say, look, I saved 500 Rand a month from the day you were born, right? Look how much money is here. Now you can see the importance of saving. I'm going to withdraw this money because it's mine. And now you can start saving yourself. It's just to show him the importance of saving, but this doesn't mean it's his money.
So is it a lesson for him?
Straight up.
He's not
Straight up.
He's not getting the money.
Listen, why must he get the money? For what for?
Why did you open him a bank account?
I'm opening just to teach him.
Do you know that
saving,
he could sue you?
For what? I'm the signatory there.
Yeah, but it's on his name.
Until he's 18, bro. So when he's 17.9,
That's when
I'll
you're
be
going to
like,
take him to the bank.
I'll be like, check here, happy birthday. You must save your money now going forward for the next few years. I'll
Yes, see,
take
that
it
will.
back.
I honestly won't.
Or you put it in his university. You say, okay, I'm going to put 1,000 in university. That's 2 months worth of saving.
1,000?
Bye-bye.
What university is he going to? University of Zululand?
Children are expensive.
1,000.
Children are expensive. And the
That's
children
very-
of today, they don't know these things of tough times. So you need to show them. You know, like when people start seeing stocks for the first time,
Yeah.
you're like, hey, flip,
Yeah,
if I invested in this time, then I'll be here. Now you must show him.
Show me.
There.
But wait now, he said something.
What?
iPad,
Yeah.
tablets,
When you give him
whatever.
because I'm seeing there's a trend, right?
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong, right? You go to a restaurant, there's families everywhere with kids, and the kids are on iPads the whole time. They're getting fed while they.
Yeah.
What's your say on that?
So at first, when you look from afar and you don't have a kid, you think to yourself, he's never going to get an iPad. It's distracting and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
My kid doesn't have an iPad yet, but sometimes you need to get something to calm him down, you know?
Is it?
But a little bit of screen time. So one day I think we're going to fold. But for now,
We're not
you're
folding.
going to try and hold it
Hold it
until... But what do you say about screen time? I don't know.
so-
this-
Because your kids were born in the modern era as well.
Yeah.
You're giving them
Yeah, but
iPads and phones.
It's crazy.
Do they
So-
have iPads and phones?
It's monitored.
Yeah, sure.
I'm the strict one with it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
with your son, is he one of those babies that you've seen you play with the phone? So when he takes a phone, for example, you just handed him a phone.
Yeah, you'll just take it.
Does
but
he know what to-
No,
like-
he puts it in his mouth. Yeah, he's that small. He puts everything in his mouth.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
My daughter, she's 7 now. Problem with these things, it's like they become like zombies.
You
Like
see.
yeah.
they literally. My daughter will sit. She's scared of the dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
Has a tablet in her room whole night.
Beautiful.
Lights off on the tablet, sitting like this.
But what's the difference
It's-
between children and adults?
adults? Because we do the same.
We do
Now,
the
now
same.
here's the problem. It's a big fight at home. So my wife is like, I'll say to my son, it's like, you're stuck on this phone the whole day. Everything you're doing, just stuck on it. And she's like, but have you noticed yourself? And
Exactly.
he's only doing what he sees
Your
us do.
facts.
So
Exactly.
it's hard for
Facts.
me to say to him, like, hey, listen,
Yeah. True.
take this. So I don't take the phone away from him. As much as I say I'm going to take that phone away, I can't because we do the same thing.
Yeah.
We stuck in this.
Sure.
In this. Plus, he's 14 years old. You know, he's chatting to his friends. I think he's got a more, more use out of it than what I even have. Like I'll say to my wife, but I'm busy replying messages, and it's like your fingers literally scrolling on Instagram. Because I'll do that. I'll
Yeah.
go. I'm like, okay, I'm going to post something and caught in the scroll, and you just stuck in that zone.
Yeah,
Okay, Paul,
facts.
I need to tell you about Instagram now. Once I logged on to my Instagram,
Yeah.
your post popped up there. It was a thigh of some chick
I saw
who
that
was
as well.
getting tattooed there. And I was like, you see now. Now
That
I'm
was
gonna
I didn't even like it.
imagine
for
how you
respect-
sitting there
respect.
Suzanne. Now I'm like,
I appreciate the post out
Yeah.
of respect. There should be a section for taken men.
You know.
Where you post this thing, we acknowledge
Please.
it. We can't double tap. We need to acknowledge.
Please.
Listen, we just need to acknowledge. We're not. We're your friend. We like what
Yeah.
you've done, but we can't like
we
the
can't
bum.
double
We
tap
can't
because
like
now
the
it's
bums.
saying there that you like it.
Here's my problem. Here's
Yeah.
my problem. Right. So there's two things that are going on Instagram business. Number one, sex sells. Sex is always going to sell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll do a tattoo, thigh, little cheeks just showing there. Most views. Okay,
Really?
getting
Okay,
all the
yeah.
likes.
Really? You surprised?
You know,
You're surprised.
Refresh.
So they
refresh.
wonder why, like, you see, Paul, I just go on your page and it's just like girls things. I'm like, yeah, because I will post like literally, maybe for example, today I did like my best piece, like, you know, I was inspired. I did this beautiful arm sleeve for this guy. And yeah, maybe it'll like be not even 20% as much as like I could
Yeah.
literally put just like a small little word on someone on their thigh area, whatever. Boom, likes. I'm like,
Why?
do you know?
Why do you think that is?
Thighs, bro.
Why do you think
Thick
that
thighs
is?
save lives.
Listen, but then the funny
you
thing
saying?
about it is,
People are liking
so
it.
it works. It works like this. So the guys come to me to get tattooed because they saw that, so that they can say, "Hey, get it slide. I'm gonna slide in the DMs." I also got tattooed by Paul, and it like starts this
Oh,
conversation.
is it a thing?
So
it's
you've
a-
got a little Tinder there now.
So
for-
it's going like that, and I'm like, wait
Oh,
now.
Wheatley Tinder.
wow, tattoo
But
Tinder.
now here's my fight now,
Mm.
because the ladies have taken over from us.
What do you mean?
I'm an artist, right? So it's not just tattoos. I
Yeah.
do canvas. I can paint a mural, whatever.
Sure.
The ladies can do a painting. Terrible. The worst thing you've ever seen. Half naked, some
Yo!
lingerie, painting. You know that one?
I
in
know
the
that.
lingerie,
Yes,
and then
okay.
they turn the canvas around. It's like, oh, see my painting.
They
I'm like,
post a picture of themselves like in panties and bras with the picture.
with their painting.
Oh.
I'm like,
see
this
those?
is cheating.
Yeah, it's cheating.
Because
they
you're
manip-
not good. Like, nobody's telling you that
we
art
like
is shit.
you, not the picture.
Guys, but this is manipulative now. Well, what's the story there? Because no,
It's happening. Wait,
it's
think
not
about it, right?
It's not right.
On Instagram, for example, if you're a content creator, right? Let's be honest. If you're making content like us, we're making content.
yeah,
We gotta work very hard to get views, right?
yeah. But if Paul
But
was
if you
sitting here,
no, wait.
with-
If you have the assets and you just go and you post, you get more likes than us.
200, 200
No,
If you
sweet.
go, if you go
No
on
sweet,
YouTube,
boy.
like, especially like the shorts and stuff,
No
they
sweet.
always got. I'm like, why is there like girls running like athlete videos? I'm like, I never type nothing about athletics,
yeah,
but it got these people doing high jump and all, and it's even like accentuated. So I'm like, okay, so they're literally saying, okay,
Yeah.
click on this thing
Bro,
to see.
the
'cause they-
question is why? Why is that capturing our engagement and why are they getting more likes?
Because it's bunda.
yeah,
It's
let's
drugs,
straight-
bro.
straight-
What
straight-
she say when you see that thing? When you see that thing, everybody's seeing that
you
thing.
know-
Everybody in this room saw post, but not one person liked it.
See, now, and then that's what I'm like, okay, listen, where's the likes?
But it
That's what
counts
I
as a
want
view.
for.
But
Yeah, you see?
but why are the ladies not liking the men who are going to the gym and who are doing all this and looking?
Ladies
know.
don't want to see a guy. Ladies want to see other ladies. Like I kid you not, and they're looking admiration. It's either like they'll follow you to see, okay, let me see what my guy's watching when you're doing these things here. Or it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
literally
sure.
like I want to be that person. There's a chick. Her name's Ruba Ali, I think.
I don't know.
Okay, she's from Dubai.
Of course you
whatever.
don't. This guy, he knows exactly. who
So
this is.
she is literally like one of these like fitness people.
Yeah.
Bruh, I kid you not. So she was literally doing like workouts on Instagram and stuff. Nothing like you know what
Hectic,
we were
yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. She's doing dynamic workouts, all these like it's almost like what they call calisthenics.
Calisthenics, yeah.
That thing, right? But I'm looking like, hey, wait now. She's tough because I know what that takes.
Oh, she's the one who wears those orange yoga pants.
No, at least not just
okay.
that.
I thought it
Josh,
was-
Okay, so
we'll
yeah,
have a
no,
look at your
yeah, okay,
Instagram
yeah.
later. Live.
So-
we want to
so-
see it live.
What happened was she stopped doing this, okay? And then her comment was because she's Muslim, she's like, you know,
hectic, yeah.
I've
Sure.
decided to stop using my body as whatever. Although she
hectic.
didn't, like,
Yeah.
it wasn't provocative what she was doing. And she said, I'm no longer posting videos of me working out and whatever. But for me as a guy, I'm looking, I'm like, I cannot do that. So it was actually inspiring. And I even showed my wife, I'm like, look at this lady. And she's like, wow. And you kind of,
fit.
so there are the people that
Paul, stop. No, surely.
Hey, Paul.
Surely.
You were looking at the Nyasha as well.
Surely.
Listen,
You were
surely
looking
at
at
some
the-
stage you were like, okay, this is delicious. Wifey, check here just so you know.
So you know what
that
I'm
when
looking
I'm
at.
scrolling, it's
You might
exercise.
see this one here.
listen, but that one, no. With her, no.
Okay.
Proper athlete. There are the other ones that are on Instagram.
Can
and
I ask you guys a serious question? I was chatting to a mate of mine today. Do you guys remember a time when Instagram used to expose you? Remember when you used to press there was a thing on Instagram where it said Chaka liked 18 pictures. That thing was a problem, bro.
That was
I'm so
insane.
glad they stopped that. Eh?
That thing was terrible, bro.
It's a funny thing because I don't know, especially like with me, right?
Yo.
I've got clients or females who we all see.
Yeah, sure.
We've seen
Now
So-
you used to say Josh like 48 of Paul Wheatley's post. Oh, ass.
people. Yeah,
Do you know what I
It's
mean?
like, why
That's
didn't
a
he like the
problem.
sleeve of the wolf there?
It was a problem though. Real. Because it even used to say Josh Dukwa is now following
you see now. You see now.
Bums and 75 others.
You see now.
Now you
And
now
wait
everyone,
now,
even
but
your
here's
mom
the
sees it
problem.
on the explore page.
Here's my problem with Instagram now is that now the algorithm and everything you type in,
Yeah.
like, oh Lord, even YouTube. I was watching when the Zulu King died, Goodwill
Yeah.
Zilitini, right?
Sure.
So I'm watching that. All of a sudden, my YouTube, Shaka, you black? Read dance, bro.
I'm a yellow bone.
What?
He said read dance.
Yeah.
Read
Yeah.
dance, what's
Okay.
What's that?
It's a dance.
There was just teddies on my YouTube, like full, like,
Yeah.
cause like these young girls, like they're doing this like read dance thing. Then I don't know,
What's
is
a
it a
read
test of their
dance, please?
virginity or whatever? Where they
Yeah.
literally there's like
Why is he nervous? Why is he so nervous?
I'm
Why
waiting
is he-
for Paul to finish. Yeah.
Okay, so and now all of a sudden my YouTube, I'm scrolling through all the tattoo pages,
and now all of a sudden,
and
boom,
there's-
boom, boom.
You're
there's
saying
just
boobs?
like just like, but and again like that's African, right?
Yeah, hang
Yeah.
on. From the Zulu King's
Oh,
funeral.
doesn't he have to like?
But I was
from his
typing this.
funeral?
No,
Yeah.
listen, that's what I typed in. Like I was watching like,
Zulu
hey,
girl boobs.
No, Zulu girl funeral.
No, like
funeral.
the king's funeral, because they were saying
Yeah.
that if Shaka. Okay, this is
Why are we
Chaka,
singing?
not
I'm
Shaka.
with you.
Okay.
The
'cause they
algorithm
were
does
saying-
do that to you.
Yeah, because
Takes you to boobs.
Yes,
Bro, I'm
yes.
seeing a funeral.
bruh,
because
listen,
it's a Zulu funeral.
So at a Zulu
so the
funeral,
Zulu,
there's
so
boobs.
now.
You need a little bit of education
Yeah, educate me.
when it comes
Bruh,
to
in Maritzburg,
culture.
they even will walk through like church streets and
Really?
stuff.
Yes, have you not? You haven't watched
I've seen it at
Ilembe, Shaka
weddings. though.
Ilembe.
No, but I've seen it at weddings where
Listen.
there's like many virgins that come and you can
Wait,
see.
Yeah,
So-
so,
but at a
you
funeral,
guys,
same.
the
wait now.
funeral, yeah.
Hey, I don't know about age. So do you know the original Shaka, Henry Tate?
Hendrik Tate. Okay, he's the original.
They say he was a yellow bone.
He's the original portrayed
Yes.
Shaka.
Yeah.
Yes. He's
So-
not
so,
the
You
Shaka.
remember
No,
what
no.
Ken said to
Yeah,
us,
yeah,
though?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Ken
I'm
was
saying-
like,
I'm
he was a
saying-
yellow bone.
Him, right? He's an actor that's portraying a part. I'm talking about.
Ex-footballer too.
Bro, we played with him. Like I'm from Newland, so that guy, I watched him
There you go.
playing on the grounds.
Oh,
like, so
hectic.
Boom,
we
boom,
knew
boom,
him,
boom, boom.
and I'm like, oh, that's like literally Shaka. Like I go home and watch him on the TV.
Yeah.
But now this as a kid from like, I don't even know how old I was, but
Yeah.
I was young, and then you're watching this thing, and then you see when they die, whatever supposedly is the people that look after them, whatever must die too.
Yes.
So
they're
this
like
was-
right
this-
hand men or whatever.
Yeah, this was my thing. I'm like, so did the Zulu King's bodyguards have to go with him?
So it's like your it's almost like your I will definitely be corrected, but it's almost like your advisor.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
He knows all your secrets.
Like in Game of Thrones, the queens and kings have like a
That
secretary
advisor,
general.
let's call it
Advisor,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, but so he's been in all your meetings and
Yeah.
or she, and
Yeah.
he knows all the secrets.
Yeah, sure.
So that's why he
So
goes
now
with
He
my,
dies.
now
He
this
goes
is
with-
Does he
why
have
in-
to up
this
to
is-
now,
listen,
2022?
That I
this
don't
is
know.
why on YouTube I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, hey,
Oh.
wait now. So this guy died. I remember Shaka.
yeah.
What's going on here? So
So where's the advisor?
twice season and
Yeah, they all
do,
good.
Do they go like? It's a new age. Like you
I don't know. I think it's illegal to obviously just kill somebody.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't want to spark.
Yeah,
no.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it is.
Sick.
But you
I
got
didn't
it
know
twice.
that
That's what I'm
happened,
saying
eh?
because
Yeah.
that is tradition. It's like
Yeah.
being samurai and whatever. If you do
Yeah.
that thing where you got to kill yourself if you did something
Yeah.
bad or whatever, you literally take your own life. And so now I'm
Hectic.
thinking, whoa, like do you also have to do that? Like
Maybe you'll get poisoned or something. I don't know.
Nah, I don't think it's
No. Speaking of conspiracies.
Yo, we went from
All right,
Instagram
let's talk.
Listen, you there with the Instagram.
You and
it's
Instagram.
the
and-
algorithm.
yeah.
Listen, it's not our fault.
We
it's
all
the
blame it on the algorithm,
because
bruh.
I
But
guarantee you,
the first time you like a booty picture on Instagram, it's there for the rest of
if
your
you
life.
go to search on my
Yeah.
thing, like it's
Yeah.
from sneakers, soccer boots,
Yeah.
tattoos, and just
Okay, let's see it.
and just you know what.
Yes, there
It's
you
there.
go.
Yeah, mine too. Mine's just.
But then it's like with
fitness.
this in the
Yeah.
tattoo world, because guys literally
No, sure.
do that. Like
Sure.
you, there's a guy by the name of, I don't know how to say his surname, Joseph Hafes or
Okay,
something like
yeah.
that, and he literally tattoos females only. Not that he doesn't want to tattoo men or anything. It's just that majority of females
Females
go,
come through.
and he does these like literal, like you thought my page was like
You
that.
see now.
His
Tate.
page is just like
Lit.
just full back thigh booty, like they call
Yeah.
him the booty guard,
But
like in tattoos.
okay.
Like,
for tattooing, like for me, chicks with tattoos, it's nice. But yo, you can't cover everywhere.
wait, now let me let you know something.
Yeah.
We spoke about this on the first episode we did
Yeah.
when you asked me, like, Paul,
Sure.
I want to know the ladies you tattoo
Mhm.
Yeah,
in weird
yeah,
places. I tattooed a guy the other day, well, not the other day, like a few months ago. And he literally got this snake wrapped around his waist. One of the, like, it's got like 3 heads. One's facing up. There's one in the middle. There's one it literally stopped where his penis meets
So you
his
just
body.
like held it like this and you.
So, and I've got one, so it's not like he was.
Yeah, so he was cool.
Did
So
you hold
just
it?
to let
Did you have to
everyone
hold it
know,
though? Or did he hold it?
nah,
How
at
did you
least
do
he
it?
was covered like that.
Who-
We
who
won't
had to
be-
hold it?
we
Who
won't
had to
be
hold it?
so different. Like
You had
at
to
least
hold it?
because
Paul, you held it. You held it, Paul.
No, I didn't.
Was it
hold
yours?
You held it now. Here's the
There were
funny
three.
thing.
There were 3 snakeheads plus one
You
extra
see
one.
that?
There was
Yeah,
a
at least
fourth
that one was hidden there.
Okay.
Right?
Oh,
But
yeah,
I'm
he
still
hid it.
within that same vicinity of
You're in the area
having to
code.
shave like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
So
though.
this is
You're
my job,
professional.
right?
You're professional.
and this is what people
Oh,
so
yeah.
everybody who sends me the messages are like, oh Paul, why didn't you call me to like help you put the stencil on, you know? Let me-"
But
I was
imagine
like,
what
I
an
should have
easy
called you
intro
guys.
line that is for him. Like, you want to see my snake?
See,
Goes
now,
like,
that-
which
and goes
one?
like-
Which
yeah,
one?
It's like,
And
it's like
he's
4 of
no,
them
no,
now.
you
It's
see
like,
now,
yeah.
there's
Yeah, one of those chats.
And he's one of these like holistic guys. He does all these things.
I
And
hate it.
in my brain, right? So my cousin, well, my wife's cousin, but hey, we family, so it's all mine now too.
That family
Yeah.
tree is big, yeah.
She's a somatologist, right? So she does all these things.
Uh-huh.
And she was telling me when she had to like
What's
whether-
that? Sorry, just so
So
everyone
they
knows.
do massage, facials, like it's you study everything
I hate.
under that whole like beauty.
Oh,
stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
So she says to me, like, hey, you know, we were talking about waxing and stuff, and I'm like, yes, it's
Mm.
painful. Like
Mm.
people get like everywhere waxed. He's like, yeah, some guys come in,
Yeah.
and she's like, hey, if you want to get waxed, let me know. Like, I'm like, and then she says to me, but don't be embarrassed if you get an erection or something, because that's normal. I'm like, sorry, whoa. Wait.
Hold
So
up.
you telling me
That's
like,
not normal.
I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, if you fiddling with me there and that thing stands, that means
I'm a sinner.
I'm sexually
I am a
aroused by
sinner.
that
I'm
thing.
attracted
I am
to
a
you.
sinner. Yeah.
That's what my I'm
Yeah.
like, I will call that deal off. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
chick, no, but it happens. The natural
It
part of
doesn't
your body
happen, bro.
just
No,
We
if
need
you're
a
not
doctor,
attracted
yeah?
to someone, if you're not attracted
listen,
to someone,
we guys
and they touch your ting ting,
But Josh,
you know, nah.
look here. Okay, I'm gonna switch it up a little
If
bit.
it's a bro, if it's a girl that you're not attracted to and she's on the ting,
Yeah.
you're not gonna.
But remember, you might not be attracted to her, but the ambience, all right? The music starts, ooh, whatever, and she's whispering. Your eyes are closed. You forget what she looks
wait,
like.
wait,
Thought about this.
I'm just saying
Listen,
that.
listen,
I'm
he's
giving you
thought about
the.
this.
Listen, I'm just saying that's the
Is that
ambience
your
of
excuse
the.
when you're upstairs?
Listen.
Did you get an erection at the
I
massage?
will-
You say,
I will
but the
not.
ambience,
but
No,
what happens?
I'm just
Wait
saying
now.
that's what happens.
See what happens in that case where maybe you and your wife go for
Yeah.
that massage.
Okay,
now.
that's happened before. Me and my
You
wife
got
going
an
for a
erection.
massage.
Oh, yeah. I thought you got an erection at a
My
massage
wife
with his
and
wife.
I, oh my sack,
because you said that's like that, you know, that whole.
Yes,
like,
but
the-
what
the
I'm saying
ambience
is
there.
it's happened before where my wife and I have gone
He's
to
gonna say at the
a
end of this,
masseuse.
delete this whole episode. Delete this whole episode. Now.
My wife and I went, we had a massage together. But you see, for me, my massage idea is I need to fix my body. So I don't want anybody down down under.
It's not like a sensual one.
Yeah, no, I don't
Really?
ever have the sensual one. I say, hey,
What do you mean sensual? Was this happy endings?
no, man. I say, what degree can you go? Like those Thai girls, you know? And I say, hey, pump it to the max.
The tigers, what degree can you go? What do you want him
Yes.
to say? Like, I do oral?
No,
what are you
man.
saying?
Hey, I'm speaking to some weird people.
Listen, I'm with you.
I'm talking
with
about strength.
You could have said straight, you said degree.
That's how hard.
And you said tigers.
So
You know
basically,
tigers.
they're gonna say to you, listen, like deep tissue. Do you want to?
Yeah, I just say, hey, go hard. I
Deep
just
throat
say-
me, go on.
No, I just say go hard because the soft one is I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting my time.
So you prefer the hard and not soft?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
You can't
wasting-
have it soft. It's
yeah.
gotta be hard.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it's not.
I'm wasting my time.
You have to be ready.
At those massages, I'm wasting my time. So you
Listen,
you
I
go
just
hard on
know
the back.
somebody that had this experience where they went to a massage with
What
their
happened?
partner
What happened?
and all the sensual music
And
was
then?
playing.
Guys,
and
that's
this
a
lady
divorce
is
straight
rubbing
away.
Real back and he said to me, he's like, yes, see, bro, it was a bit tense there because I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's touch
how
and
do I
go.
get- how do I get up from here now?
It's
'Cause
touch and
now
go.
you-
Oh, your wife saw that your towel was standing
No,
like a
but-
team.
But he
it's-
was laying
it's
on
touch
his,
and
on his
go.
tummy, so he's like, hey, I said, just relax a
You
bit
see
here.
now.
But as a guy, you just hide it. You know, if you're wearing a pants, you just say,
You know, you
up
go to
here.
listen, but that
You know that tactic.
Listen,
You know
I don't
that
know that
tactic.
tactic.
Since
I
we
don't
all
know
know
that
that
tactic.
tactic.
Listen, we
Mo, you
guys
do it all the
here.
time.
Wait now. We guys here, right? We all have partners here.
Yeah, sure.
Me and my wife, we talk about like crazy stuff. Like,
Yeah.
and I always say to him, like, it's unfair because being a guy, I don't know when you like. If we had a shower together, you'll know instantly. I got telltale signs.
True,
Yeah,
true,
yeah, you can
true,
see.
So
true.
I wouldn't know if maybe I'm in the shower and I'm not thinking that way and you are. Like, what's my telltale sign? Like, how do I go about this?
Related,
Which is
yeah.
actually unfair. So girls
Yeah.
they have these imaginary erections in their brains and stuff, and we
No,
just
that's
out here
wild.
just
I never thought of that, but it's
giving
true what he's
giving it
saying.
away.
Because you just like, hey, it's easy to pinpoint. You
Yeah,
ready?
that's like-
Yeah, it's easy. You're like, oh, Chaka, hey.
you know,
Little Benjamin's up, hey.
little Benjamin. Yeah, I agree. But then there's sometimes ladies also have different telltale signs, no?
Like on.
Bruh, lies. You
Nipples?
come,
No,
come on,
but I
bruh.
mean, like,
could
that
be
could be the
cold,
cold,
it could
yeah.
be like
Oh, okay, you guys having cold showers?
listen.
No,
wait,
but in
wait,
general,
wait.
bro, like,
Listen, you
Oh, okay.
it's even worse. See, you're not married.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
see, you and I, we married.
Mm.
Growing up as a kid, every person assumes that if I get married, that means getting laid every single day. Like I can have
Yeah.
it wherever, and
No, it's like a buffet, surely.
No, it's
You just eat
it's
as much
not.
as you like.
live together, sleep in the same bed. It's like, hey,
Yeah,
You don't.
True.
It'll get worse with time.
bro, it's worse.
What do you mean?
Well, hey,
You gotta-
Worse.
It's supposed to be
worse
on tap.
Worse
No, it's
is
not.
relative. That word.
It's supposed to
worse-
be on tap.
It's not
You're supposed
on
to. You
tap.
know, like when you go to a buffet, you take your Coke glass. You just. It's supposed to be one of those.
Listen,
Now you're telling me yourself ordering
so
a can.
imagine.
Your girlfriend's gonna get the shock of her life, yeah. Eh?
Hey,
yeah,
bruh,
she's gonna
son.
be disappointed. Yeah, she'll be like,
So here's the
what you
thing, right?
expecting? Monday, Tuesday, lunch, supper, dinner.
What do
And
you
say,
guys? You guys have
relax.
schedules.
No,
Like Wednesday. That's why he doesn't reply on Wednesdays.
Listen. So, okay. There's like we send one another memes and stuff. So she sends me these memes and I'm looking and it's like a schedule. Okay, at least we don't have a schedule because that'll be like hella
Strange.
unromantic.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
weird.
I
Hey,
hate
come
that,
today,
yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
Like, no. But at the same time, it's like, have you ever tried thinking from a female's point of view? So with me, I say to Zak, I even say to like, you should be blessed. Like if I see my wife naked straight away, boom, like, hey, you know?
Let's go. WWE.
And the funny thing with it is like women don't think that way. See, we primitive. Like we literally, it's the easiest thing. I always say to them, like, if ever we need to be getting busy, please initiate it. Because I will wake up from my sleep just like whereas you try and nudge in bed, you got to figure out like, hey, like what's the mood here?
yeah,
Oh,
it's a hustle.
Yeah, you see, so it's like a whole, bro, it's like a game. You saw those birds dancing, all that to
On
attract
National
them.
Geographic,
You
one
know
of those
those
things.
ones there. Where
Yeah.
you got to try and
Yeah.
let me teach you a trick.
Teach everybody a trick.
Let me well, not everybody, you should know.
Well,
No, take up the notepad,
and
then start
cameras
writing.
and cameras and cameras. Yeah,
Cameras.
yeah.
Yeah.
no woman,
No cry.
for all the price, but anyway,
Sorry.
listen, you can buy all the expensive stuff. You can go on all the dinner dates, all these things,
Yeah.
cool. Sweep the floors, do the dishes without being asked, clean the house.
That's attractive.
Do stuff with like. This is the most contradictive thing I've ever
Yeah.
said because my wife's gonna be watching this and like, but do you do it?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
and I figured out that women just want you to appreciate what
Contribute.
they do, not even contribute, like
Yeah.
see what we go through, help me out.
Yeah.
So don't let me work the whole day. Okay, you doing your things, but I'm stuck here with the kids and doing all these things.
Sure.
And then tonight you just want to be happy. I'm tired.
Yeah.
So maybe, and then, so I figured out that, hey, wait now. You want to get some, do some. So, yeah, bro.
You want to get some, do some.
But
That's-
think about
that's
it,
the
right?
line.
How hectic, like our generation now, like you part of our gen. I'm just gonna put you in there. Like now you like sharing activities, you cleaning, I'm cleaning, you doing. What about our pops and them, bro? That generation.
Listen,
That thing is
well,
shoelace.
right now, hey,
That
it's
thing-
done now.
But before that generation was shoelaces.
Yeah.
I come from it like
Is that your
hardcore.
where your dad just comes home on the couch? Mom's tea's too cold. Warm it up. One of those.
One of those. bro.
Those
And-
are hectic, man.
And it's like I always say to I said to my wife, it's like I'll never treat you the way my father treated my mother.
Yeah.
Not saying my father was bad.
Wasn't bad, it's just
a
the
different-
generation change.
And not to make it like that's why I hate not hate like I don't agree with the Andrew Tate things.
Yeah.
Like all those things because it's like this masculine thing. My father was masculine, right?
Yeah, sure.
Looked after his family, sole breadwinner, done everything in the house. But there comes a point where that's taking advantage of everything else my mother has to do. My dad, like, this was it, okay? He'd come home, as you said, long grinding, like working hard, kicks off his shoes, puts his feet up, he'll call me. Now you're a kid, you're running. He's like, hey, take my socks off.
No.
And he'll scream to my mother's name is Maureen, so he'll just scream, Maureen, make me tea. And the tea is there. So I'm hungry. And it's there, but that's how they
It
live.
used to be, facts.
And then look at him like, wait, man, this is a bit crazy because you'd never do that for her. If she just put her feet up and said, I'm hungry, make me tea. Wait, my wife, I even say to him like,
Can you
"Lassie,
do that though now in your house? Where
Like-
you go home, feet up?
bruh, like I'd get slapped.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, the roles is a little bit reversed because my wife would be like, make me tea.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit. And I
Because
go,
we share those responsibilities, I think, for you as well. Like nowadays, like things that we do, before it was like, hey, what are you doing?
Like
Why are you
used
cooking?
my dad used to tease his friends like because the one guy would hang the washing. So my dad's like, hey, let's go have a beer. And he's like, check me has to hang the panties on the line there. And I'm like, so that was like degrading. Like
Yeah,
so you couldn't
change.
And I'm out here, I got my kids things. Like,
But do you
don't
think it was
ask me.
bad?
It was terrible, bro.
Was it bad?
It was
Chaka,
it was
you?
bad.
Was it bad?
It was bad.
What's that?
That
That
whole-
generation of it.
What patriarchy is it called? Patriarchy.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that
it
whole-
was. It could. You
It was
can
hectic.
argue that it was hectic. Yeah, for sure.
Listen, what is shared responsibility? Is it like because I have this fight with my
Yeah.
wife again? It's like I'm fucking
Sure.
lazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And for example, like I'm tattooing 8 hours of the day, right?
Yeah.
And I want to relax. Mom's like, hey, can you do the dishes? I'm like, oh, I really don't want to do dishes right now. I'm tired and whatever. And she's like, yeah, but at the same time, what I did was I picked the kids up from school. I did the homework, made sure everyone had a part, made sure everything's in, did the schedule. Like I'll just say to her, okay, what's this weekend looking like? And she's like, okay, we got basketball then. So where do you draw the line of like, okay, she's done so much in the day, I've done so much. So whose responsibility is it? Okay, then she says to me, it's like, if I was to work, right? If I went to go and get a job because my wife's not working, she's a housewife. And she's like, if I went to work, who was going to come home and still have to do this? So now I'm like, ooh. So it's like, I can't say like, hey, listen, I've been working. It's not like she's doing nothing. And that, like everyone assumes that it's easy.
Yeah.
Right? I tried it once.
It's hard.
My kids, I kid you not, my kids, when they heard that I'm looking after them for the day, they're like, oh, Lord.
They were striking. They were
This is-
protest.
This
EFF,
the
We're
whole
having,
squad's
we're
there.
having
It's like,
crust.
Yeah.
It's like I would like to see myself as like a fun dad, but at the same time, I'll be like, why are you doing that? Stop that. Phone's too loud. Why is this doing that? And you realize, yes.
Jeez,
you-
Dad, relax.
And you gotta
chill.
think back, it's like,
Yeah.
I hated when my father did that to me. And everything I say, kid you not, sounds exactly like what my father said to me.
Yeah.
And then, like, as much as I've already done it, so my wife's like, why don't you apologize? I'm like, apologize? So
I'm
now I
never
find
wrong.
myself apologizing to
You
my
apologize,
kids.
you apologize to your kids?
No, kid you not, my daughter,
Yeah. She's smart, eh?
she,
Yo.
and the mouth. So one of the mornings, her and I just were having a bad day.
Sure.
She's late for school. Everything's going just chaos. So we're going out. I'm walking her to school, and I say to her, like, listen, there's no fun here because every time you're saying, "Oh, Dad, why are you not having fun on this walk? You're just shouting all the time, and you're always just moody and you're crabby." And I said, "No, that's because you didn't listen." And then I came home and I'm like, I just told my child, like, everything that's
Was your
burdening
fault.
me, I took it out on her. So when she came home, like I went to fetch her, we walked in home and I said to her, hey, listen, I apologize this morning. I was a bit grumpy. I've got some stuff that I needed to take care of. My mind was in the right place. And that's why I was. And it's like, wait, I felt something like off my shoulders. And it's like,
Sure.
and she's like, hey, Dad, that's okay. I forgive you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is a 7-year-old child.
Yeah.
And the more you show them like what it is to apologize or how to be a good person,
Yeah, sure.
they pick that stuff up
For
because
sure.
no kid, it's like it's always us that have the problem. It's not that they did something wrong. We angry.
Yeah.
So and we're just taking it out on them. So it's not that they did anything wrong. And my wife says to me, every time you talk to the kids,
Yeah.
would you talk to somebody else's child the way you talk
Yo.
to your child? And
that's
then I
true.
was like, whoa.
That's hectic, yeah.
Because
That's a
if
good one.
my nieces, for example, came over to my place, I'd be like, oh no, it's fine. They spilled the juice. And then, it's, do this, do that. And then my daughter, why did you do that? What is it? I told you. That's it. And it's just all of that. And like, oh, but we wouldn't do it to somebody else's kid. And
sure,
like,
for sure.
So why do we do it to our kids?
Yeah.
So it's a tough one.
Yeah, touch and go, because also you wouldn't like discipline somebody else's kid. You would definitely discipline yours.
Yeah.
So obviously when there's right and wrong, you
But do we have to
definitely-
talk to them in
It's
in
the
that-
way
in
you
that
do
way?
it,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah, I agree. But
So
yeah.
that it's something I'm learning, and I'm
Yeah.
not gonna come here and pretend like I'm this perfect person.
Yeah.
I've got a filthy mouth. Like
Do you
my
swear in
kids.
front of your kids though? Really?
Have you you
No,
haven't
I
met,
haven't heard you swearing.
have you met my father-in-law?
Yes. Yeah. But I'm saying, do you?
Like you don't believe.
Do you
Like
do you
it's-
think you'd swear in front of your kids?
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
wild. Let me
I'm
tell
not
you the
gonna
funny
be
thing.
someone else.
I
Yeah.
know kids that
In character.
that will just like blurt it out, swear,
Yeah.
and it's funny and they're joking. My kids know how to use that in context, and they know that they cannot do it like that. So,
Yeah.
like my son is 14 now. He's playing Fortnite the whole day with his friends.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm listening in, and you hear it. You hear that,
Mm.
and it's like I can't fight with him because we do it.
Yeah.
And same with my daughter. The one she was just having a bad day, and she said, my son, just like bitch, and I'm like.
Oh, wait
What
a second.
did you say? And she's like, I didn't say
What
nothing.
did you call Skylar?
And it's like, she just called her brother. He's like, straight up bitch. And I was like, and I'm dying inside.
Yeah,
but they don't,
you-
my kids would never go to somebody else's house
Yeah.
and use bad language.
Like a
because,
church, somebody
because,
else's
yeah,
house,
gotta
keep your
know.
mouth.
because at home we swear. So it's not like it's a bad
Yeah.
thing. So it's not a thing in our house where, like, I remember like growing up, like, you chilies in your mouth.
Same time, once.
Bruh, it's like,
Wooden spoon.
so when you're with
Wooden
your
spoon.
friends, it's like this thing that you get, like you this macho guy. It's like I can swear.
Get
now.
out the house like, if.
Yeah, bro. It's like,
Yeah.
and my kids, it's like it's there. So we try and parent them like
Yeah.
in this modern day. Like I say, imagine you send your child to school, right? And they don't have a device of any sort. And all the other kids say, oh, I watched this on YouTube and then they looking at them like, and now they coming.
That's the tough part.
So for me, I'm like, there's duality.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it, but I'm going to limit it. My daughter is not
Rations.
allowed to watch YouTube. Not at all.
But
Not even the
now-
kids one. Not
Yeah,
at all.
but now
because
Paul-
she banned her from it because
Yeah.
of how she started interacting. Have you seen the stuff?
But you can't control everything. That's number
Never.
one, right?
'Cause
But
they've got TikTok too.
Yeah, but number two is
It's worse.
there's no age restriction on these social media pages when it comes to TikTok and Instagram. Like I said, opened my Instagram, which is as clean as a whistle, and I see thighs. Right? Now, what's going to happen when your son does the same and it's just it's
such
the
a
access,
lie.
so the access
I
is
like that you lie with the straight face. though.
Listen.
You lie with such a
Okay.
straight
It's
face.
flipping clean, man.
We guys, right? So I have talks with like other friends of mine, and everybody's embarrassed about beating the meat.
Yeah.
That's normal.
But we guys
Yeah.
do
Yes.
this thing.
Yes.
So I'm
Remember
like,
when
hey,
you were in
bruh.
high school and somebody said, "You do it," you're like, "No."
Yeah, everyone's embarrassed. I'm like, bruh, first of all, like we all did it. So I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
sure.
say that we don't do it. I'm like, we know you probably do it more.
Yeah.
I'm married and whatever. I'm like, trust me, I know you do it more.
Yeah.
You know?
When you're married, you do it more.
And now you
I don't
are-
know.
Now
Do you?
you 14.
I'm not married. That's what I'm asking.
Listen, you're 14 years old.
Yeah.
Pornhub,
Yeah.
one click away.
Are you? Yeah. Easy.
When we were kids, it was like phone erotica. Remember that thing?
See, you guys still had phones. We never had
No,
phones.
when you were in school, I remember like the boys would be like, yo,
Oh,
yo.
yeah.
Phone
Yes.
erotica. Remember that thing?
Okay.
Bro, we
Phone
had
erotica was
ETV
a mad
Friday
thing. Do you
night,
remember
12
that
o'clock.
ETV.
Emmanuel.
Yeah, ETV, late nights.
ETV, boy.
Yeah.
And when you were a kid and you used to watch porn, you had to like put like Disney Channel on one and porn on the other.
So
So
you
then you
gotta-
press Alt. You just hold the Alt button to just change quick.
Come
Oh,
here
on
with,
DSTV.
come here
DSTV
with,
or
the,
alt,
with, the,
alt.
with, the, with the computer.
Yeah.
And every time your mother
Everybody's
walks in,
done
it's
that.
a home screen always. Like, oh, what are you doing on the computer? You're always looking at the home screen.
Yeah.
It's like, just
You
like-
see now. You see now. There's just home screens.
And this is the thing. Like,
It's the
how
access.
Do I, how
The
do I,
access
like,
is too easy.
So with my son, I'm like, he's 14. I'm like, I know for a fact his TikTok is full of it. He's got a girlfriend, by the way, right? I'm putting him under the bus right now.
Yeah.
But I don't mind. Like,
Check your TikTok.
but it's like this. It's actually like
Yeah.
cute to see because
Yeah, sure.
he's
It's
into her
it's a
lot.
stage though.
Yeah,
It's a
for me, I'm
stage,
like,
yeah.
and every dad, I'm not cared who you are, know, like even for you, the son's like, hey, ladies, you must know. I'm gonna teach them out. And I'm like, nope. I actually don't want him to be this promiscuous person
Yeah.
that's gonna have a lot of girls and stuff because you wanna learn how to be with somebody that respects you and looks
Sure.
after you. And it's not about like how many people you have. It's like, what do those people bring to your life?
Yeah, sure.
And again, it's like all my friends, it's like I remember like there's always that guy that just has all the ladies. I was not him.
Yeah, same.
Right? So
I
we
was
looked
that
up to
guy.
those guys like, yo, bruh, this guy just got a whole lot. And it's like, but I look at them now and,
Sure.
and
They're unhappy.
yeah, it's like, yo, like
Sure.
It's different now. It all expires.
Because also think about it. Also the chicks at school, like the girls at school, they were belters. Like everybody knows they were belters. Now you're seeing them, yo, they looking like threes, bro. You're like, what happened to you? You at school, you were fresh, bro. You know, at school you don't wanna give me. I was like, where's my hug? I don't get a hug. I was like, you know what I mean? Now you must ask me, where's my hello? Because now I'm not gonna chat
no,
to you.
this
You know?
is this. Listen,
Yeah.
bruh, it's like I
Yeah.
don't know about like you. So for me, growing up, it was crazy because I grew up in a colored community, and you go to public school,
Yeah.
and I looked white.
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
And in
you
the
do,
colored
yeah.
community, hair's a thing, bro.
It's a
So
thing.
I'm out here with this hair and the
Are you
play with it.
you grow out straight?
Yeah,
you-
straight, bro.
yo,
No,
yo, yo, yo.
curls. And so I
Hey,
had
so you
long
are a
hair like in high
unicorn
school.
there. You
Yeah,
are
bro.
a
I was,
man.
and this is the thing. So it was
Unicorn.
that. So I used that a little bit,
Yeah,
but at the same time, I was also very shy. At the same time, like,
Sure.
like bro, I was. Geez, like it's everybody thinks they're this player.
Yeah.
Bro, we were dumb.
Have
we were
you
naive.
heard about the pencil test?
Bro, I
you-
come from. I
You know,
come from.
I remember my
from
mom,
this-
my mom and her sister and her brothers, same situation. You know, they were born obviously during apartheid, and some of them look white.
Mm.
So now
Pencil
there was
test.
something called pencil test. Like put the pencil in your hair. If it falls
falls-
out, you're white. If it gets stuck in,
That for
come
me
back
is-
to government school, boy.
Imagine.
Wait, come back.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Imagine.
Yeah, but it was a real thing. It existed.
There's a thing to tell if a baby is colored or not, besides
Yeah.
the hair.
Mhm.
They say that literally above like the baby's bum there, it's blue.
I'm gonna
So
check.
that was another test where
To
they
see if
would,
it's colored.
yeah,
Oh,
If its bum's blue.
yeah,
Just
there's a little
there's-
blue thing on the back of the baby, like just.
really?
And I'm like, your
Imagine.
head like weird. Says, why couldn't you just see the parents and then figure out? So
Yeah.
this is where
Yeah.
a lot of that thing where there's a term called play whites.
Yeah.
What's
And
that?
Play whites, like people
Where,
wanna act
for example,
white.
like me.
Mm.
So it's apartheid now. I can fall on the white side.
Yeah.
Mm.
You
Okay.
can choose.
Now, again, my dad, he's white. My mother's colored. She's very fair. Surname Zitzman. You would think that
Yeah.
Mm.
she'd be white.
Mm.
No, they got caught. Immorality. There we go. Why is this Indian man with this white woman?
Mm.
He's white. She's colored.
Yeah.
Apartheid. Like it's like it's
Yeah.
like
Yo.
it's like now I tell everybody it's so nice to see that race will no longer be a factor. Like I hate that racism thing. Like we
Yeah.
grew up.
Sure.
Like I wouldn't say I grew up in it. I grew up when it was gone. Like
Going.
abolished. Like 94. You know this
Yeah.
thing came out. So
So could you
everybody-
date a white girl like when you were in high school? Was it a thing, or white girls still like
Okay,
reserving?
let's take it to the Indian side of it. How
Yeah.
many Indian guys like you'll see that it's like,
Yeah.
oh, Chicky got a white girl now. He's the
Yeah.
man. Like
Yeah.
No, but
So-
there's let me I want to jump on this topic, and you guys can come after me anytime, right?
I'm coming after you
A
now.
lot
Whatever you
of
say.
people date mid-white chicks. When I say mid, I mean there's a 5, but you're proud because she's white. Shut up, bro. She's
Yeah.
on fire.
So
she's
is
just
it-
white.
Is
She's
it
white.
a status thing?
It's
or-
a status thing.
it's
It is.
it's a status.
It's
thing.
always been like
So-
vanilla killer. Remember at school even.
Wait
Oh.
now. So I was thinking about this the other day because I saw this,
He's a
this
mid
couple.
five.
And
She's a
this one-
mid.
It was this white chick with this Indian guy. Made him like, hey, I know. It's like going home to family. Hey, this one got a white girl. Eh?
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
It's
Big
like,
chat.
at home is the family saying, "Oh Lord, she don't have a white guy."
Yeah,
So is she like
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, lots of people, and I've seen it, bro. I see it all the time up to now. And what you're saying, it's a status thing, right? So many girls date a guy just because he's white, or an Indian guy dates a girl just because she's white. Bro, like, it doesn't work anymore. It's not a big thing. I remember when you were at school and the guys, like, first team boys, like, oh, he's a vanilla killer. You remember that was a big thing.
Yeah,
Like,
bro,
oh,
that's what I'm saying. It's like you
if
go
it's
to
not
white
snowing,
schools
I'm
now.
not going. You know, one of those. You know?
So it's kind of that thing where, and yet I found like growing up where I was, I didn't grow up like a colored, right? So
Yeah,
I was
sure.
on the beach a lot. My dad fishing, I was surfing, doing whatever. So you mingle more, and I found like hanging around with a lot of white people also on that side of it, and they do things different. And this is where I'm like, that white girl never ever worried about color, to be honest.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
I kid you not. And it was just like fair game. Like I don't know why it was like
Yeah.
weird. It was just, and everybody was so open about it.
Yeah.
And we didn't have this at home. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, Chicky wants to be white. And so I'm like, but my dad is white. Like my family that come here, they're white. Like so, I
Yeah.
don't know what
What's the difference?
what the race thing
Yeah.
is so much compared to what other people would feel
True.
it, especially like, and again, being colored, you've got Indian coloreds, black coloreds,
Yo.
colored coloreds, like
Yo.
and you got white looking colored. So, but you're still colored.
There's a TikTok trend going on now where there's an American guy, like, yo, he doesn't understand like the difference in South Africa with colored and black, because black is black, right? Like it's one skin tone. And then you come to colored, and there's colored people that are darker than black
Yeah.
guys and whiter than white guys. You know what I mean? The extremes are. Bro,
This is the thing. It's like
The
I
extremes are
tell
massive.
everybody, there's no white person in South Africa, and they all look at me shocked.
I
I'm like,
haven't met Dane Holmes, bro. These are right there.
not white.
What do you mean by that, though?
Bro, do you know how many Justin Timberlakes are walking around here?
What do you mean? What's a Justin Timberlake?
The tight hair, white guys.
Is
like-
Justin Timberlake not white?
But he's got that curly afro thing going on like Bob Ross. If,
Is
like,
he is he mixed?
Bruh, if
When
listen,
I found out Mariah Carey's colored, I was thrilled, bro. I was happy, bro.
So wait, now what's it like for you?
What? What do you mean?
I just think why?
What do you mean? What?
Because
do you mean?
which side of the line do you fall on? Are you Indian or colored?
Yeah, bro. You see, it's tight because your accent has to change. Firstly, I can't go into conversation like this. You see, I gotta chameleon.
Wait, but
I am confused with what you're saying right
are
now.
you Indian or are you white or colored? Like,
What the hell does that mean?
I'm Kalendian.
Your accent's got to change.
she
bro.
even knows all these weird things.
Bro, you can't go. Imagine me going to my granny's house on my dad's side, chatting colored lingo. Now I'm going to my granny's side on my mom's side, chatting Indian lingo. It doesn't connect.
See, the problem with
2
you...
plus 2 is not
but
4.
you see, the problem...
Don't come say the problem. You don't speak like this to your
but
dad at home.
Yeah, because I was
Oh,
just...
dad, what's happening?
What
You're
what I'm trying to tell you is
Yeah.
that the problem is that you don't speak another language.
Yeah.
It's not another. Yeah, okay. Well, we don't
You
have
see?
another language.
So if,
But
like
the
me...
lingo, the
so
words.
for
me-
but what I'm trying to say
for
is,
me-
to your point, I go home and I'll speak Zulu.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
wait,
then you
but-
fine.
Exactly.
Fine. But we don't. Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
your kid? Is your kid black?
My
or
kid is colored, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
He's a mix. He's a mixed
so
race.
I always tease everybody. I'm like, the Dutch people came here. Like South Africa is predominantly Dutch. We
Yes.
speak Afrikaans. You know, it literally sounds like their language. And if you look, like they came here, racism happened here.
Mm.
If you go to the Netherlands, there's just colored people.
Yeah.
Mm.
You're proper.
It's just like
Memphis Depay and Virgil van Dijk, boy.
yeah.
It's like-
They from Durban,
So
boy.
what
What
want
is it
the
like?
same-
What is it like?
They also
like
they-
hypocrites.
they came
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
here, liked the black meat, and went back home
And went with some of them.
But they
and-
also were enjoying it there. Because there were also black chicks there.
Yeah.
Hey?
But that's the thing is,
Well,
like,
wait,
it's
in the
like
In the
Netherlands.
Netherlands?
and so now we stuck with
Somewhere.
racism, and we're the only country in the
that
world
went
with
up?
all the.
So they went with them.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
so
okay,
so that's
sure.
the thing is like when you go there, it's like I just look at again all the soccer players. I'm like I listen to their surnames. I'm like okay, I know a guy that looks like him that has the same surname.
Sure.
It's like
sure.
so where do you draw the line of with racism? Because
Yeah.
at some point in this day and age,
So
the world is going to be colored.
I have a question.
Yeah, bro, it's
Race
happening
is, race is
fast.
phasing out.
It's
I
happening
have a
fast,
question.
yeah.
I have a question. How long do you think racism or that era apartheid lasted for?
It's still prevalent, like with the older society.
Yes. Because why I ask is because, 1994, stuff like that, the rules were abolished, but you can't just turn off that
You don't
switch.
listen, okay,
know?
and
'Cause
we'll-
it's
we'll-
institutionalized.
We're
You
gonna
can't just
speak
turn that
open
off.
here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and before you start, because you also why I'm asking how long it was is I want to see how long you think it was versus how long it's been abolished for.
So
Which time is longer?
I think
When did it start?
Well, that's,
okay, let's say
that's-
for
that's my question.
freedom 94. Okay, for example, right?
Mhm.
Everyone looks at South Africa and thinks that apartheid was always there. As long as the white man was here, there was apartheid. No,
Yeah.
it only came up like in the 60s, like 65 or something.
Really?
Yeah. So there were people living life beautifully,
Yeah.
coexisting, wonderful, and then all of a sudden, here
The
comes
rules.
this segregation.
But then where does the Jan van Riebeeck story come from?
But
Was that
Pardon me.
pre-1960s or?
Yeah, that was way
yeah, like
Exactly.
they were the
was like
the
40s,
first,
that was the
yeah,
spice
that's what I'm
route,
saying.
eh?
They were the first settlers. And
First settlers, eh,
again,
ma?
it not taken away from the fact that they considered like black people slaves or whatever, but there was a lot again. The Dutch East India route was Cape Town.
Yeah.
The majority of Cape Town's what? Colored people. Because everyone intermingled and mixed and done all these things.
Yeah.
And I think like that's how it came about. But with that apartheid thing ending in 94, right? Imagine being racist. Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden you're no longer racist. Now it's illegal.
I can't believe that that's possible.
But
And I will tell you
Yeah.
straight away, even being colored, you had more privileges than a black person. Okay.
Yeah.
So, for example, you segregated, there's Phoenix there, and for lack of better words, let's just say it like how it is. Because me, myself, again, no racist within me at all, because I can't be. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm colored, growing up in Newlands East. Phoenix is here. That's where the Charos stay. You know?
What kind?
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Words like, these coolies here, for example,
Yeah.
if you get into a tiff.
Yeah.
Komashu's next door to Newlands East.
Mm-hmm.
So the blacks are. darkios.
Mhm.
And again, without saying it intentionally to be racist, that word would be easily spoken
Yeah.
in the 90s.
Yeah.
We had gangsters, right? Colored gangsters in the community. Black guys walk through, straight up.
Yeah.
Me, I'll
Exactly.
kill this. That word, right? Then I do research. I'm like, but that word, I don't know how it got so derogatory because it's not really a derogatory word, but we understand the context behind it. So the context is very derogatory, right? So
Yeah.
the word kafir is literally
non-believer.
non-believer. Okay,
Means
so
non-believer.
it's a that word that they call these people the non-believers or whatever, and that's a Malay thing.
Is it?
Yeah, bro.
I thought it was Islamic.
Yeah, Malays,
Yeah,
like they
yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah,
thing. So
okay,
so it's not even a white thing.
Yeah.
It's like saying nigger. Okay. What is nigger?
Yeah,
Right?
what is
Would you
this?
be offended if I called you a nigger?
Well, okay, so here's
gonna cancel us now.
here's where I'm going with this. Any word that you can come up with and convince majority that it's derogatory, they're gonna find it offensive.
Okay.
For example, these people. You know?
Oh, people always comment that on our load
So
shit
when you
podcast,
start
these
saying
people.
these people,
Yeah.
people are like, oh, what do you
Who's
mean?
these?
What do you mean
By
these
these?
people? But
Yeah.
but exactly, that now is becoming more and more of a derogatory term.
Saying him and her has become derogatory.
They,
They.
you see?
Us.
So
other. Yeah.
so if you can convince the masses,
This is the thing.
That the
So
word-
you know what the
But
world,
nobody uses those derogatory slurs anymore, bro.
No, listen, it's
Hey?
like I
well,
don't
nobody
like it,
uses them in public.
but I guarantee you,
You
there's,
think it's
there's,
used?
there's that person
you
that
think it's
grew up
used
saying it
sometimes behind scenes like
All the
What?
time.
Oh, come on. Of course.
all the time.
Of course.
All the time. I've never teach
You
my
don't
kids that.
think when you cutting somebody off who has a Toyota Hilux is not saying something derogatory in their own car?
What are they gonna call me?
Up.
Bruh.
They'll be like, hey, you unidentifiable.
You unidentified object thing. Straight
But you know what I mean?
tan.
But also it's not, it's all racist. I think it's all racist.
Like,
All
here's
racist,
my problem
yeah.
with racism, right? What constitutes to racism? And I always tell people, it's like, is it racism or is it the color of somebody's skin that determines that you should be racist to them? Okay. So in the black community, in the Indian community, anybody who's lighter skin is looked at in a better light.
Really?
So is this the European influence that came in?
Because
and
even like the
created
yellow
this?
bone chats, like it's the same thing. Like also in the colored community, like if you light skin, even Indian community,
Yeah.
if you light skin, you're attractive.
Yeah.
You get what you know that chat. Like even
Yes,
even in the
yes.
black culture,
Have
like,
you
if
seen
you
those
light
people?
skin, you're
Have you
attractive,
seen those people? Like
But what about white people now? Because how much lighter can you get if you pale or you
Well,
What's happening
Well,
here?
but the thing is, I mean, people still perceive the white people obviously.
No, this is what I'm
As
saying.
supreme.
Yeah, and yet the funny thing is, a white person cannot make a black person, but a black person can make a white person. That's how white people were created.
Okay. Dig deeper.
Like albino.
What do you
vibes.
mean by
saying?
that?
Like albino.
What-
Like a black
like-
person can, I'm just
Not-
saying,
not an
can have like a
albino.
kid with
But
albino.
that's it,
Are
right?
you referring to an albino?
Like
albino.
it stems
Oh,
from
yeah,
there.
that's what he's saying. Albino.
Oh,
It stems from albino.
No, okay.
Oh,
And
you're saying
that's-
like from humanity.
That's
like,
weird.
humanity,
Yes,
bro.
from the ground. They're saying Africa.
Yeah.
black white people came
Have
from.
you seen those people that are like in between like a albino, but they're like orange, for lack of a better
Like
word.
gingers, like white
Oh.
gingers.
Like gingers, but
They look really tanned.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But they're not like so.
Where do
so,
they live? I've never seen. What are you doing? Who are these people?
Why do I want to say they almost like koi?
Like that, but yeah, but then they've got the ginger
Koi.
hair.
Yeah.
Bruh,
Like
it's-
Khoisan.
have you never seen
They
people?
evolve. They
No, tell
evolve.
me, I'm confused, please.
So
enlighten me.
There's a lot of people who they have a lot of freckles on their face. So they're not albino, but they've got orange hair. They've got like colored looking features. It can come from black. You'll see it in all the communities. But the problem with it is that not also like just borderline albino? Because then the next step is where you're super pale and you can't see shit. Like that's the thing.
Oh, you're saying that's another type.
Yeah, so for me, it's like that's what they say where white people came from.
Oh, hate.
Because there's actually not a place that white people are from.
Europe.
No, but they say
What was
so
there first? The
during-
first people in England were black.
according to evolution, humanity started in Africa.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yeah.
And Lucy was the first Homo sapien. Am I right?
All,
Was it
like all
Lucy?
these things
One
here.
of those chats. And then they migrated.
Lucy, who's Lucy, and why is it not Adam or Eve?
Oh, we're talking about the first Homo sapien skeleton found. I think it was Lucy, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and then it became Naledi after that.
Naledi.
and-
All right,
and-
there's some blurred lines here because I've got Adam and Eve.
Okay, no, this is that's like biblical now. I'm
Yeah,
talking about
like
evolution.
we're just talking
Okay,
like
so
we're
words of
talking science here.
Yeah.
That's this is science.
But are you disregarding the biblical?
no. Oh man, come on.
Honestly,
what are you
I'm-
doing now?
I'm genuinely asking.
Okay, no. I'm just Adam
Like-
and Eve. Okay, let's go to the Bible.
Yeah.
now. Let's start
Because
at the Bible.
no,
Okay,
because how
yeah.
can you say the first Homo sapien was Lucy, yet biblically it's not?
But see,
is
that's,
it?
That's
It's
where
Adam and Eve.
that's where my thing comes
There's
in
some
with,
blurred lines
with evolution and in biblical.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what Adam and Eve look like. Okay, we all have this perception, and it's
Yeah.
always the two white people
Well,
in the jungle
in
with
the
the olive
garden.
leaf. You know?
Because they were born in Africa, according to the evolution, it's Adamu, no Eve.
Atama and who?
Traore, like, is
Adamu,
it-
Adamu.
no Eve.
No, Eve.
Yeah, that's
Jeez,
that's where it
that's-
really came from. But anyway, continue, Paul.
Yeah, so so now we're on this evolution and biblical things.
Yeah.
What? That's a tough one. I just think it started
There's,
black and
there's
then
crossroads there. There's crossroads there.
Because
So-
maybe Lucy was Eve. You don't know.
yeah,
You don't know.
But how come Lucy's the name is so
But then-
easy to
but then
pronounce?
if you're in a
I know,
but then Naledi
I know
came next.
Yeah,
I know.
well, thanks,
Naledi
thank
came
you.
next. I know. Like you would think that they say the Garden of Eden, and it's not really like a garden. They're
yeah.
in the jungle. Like, wouldn't they be more like not light skin?
Yeah, surely. Surely.
Well, I think the equator plays a big role there
Okay,
as well.
let's talk about
And
let's-
weather.
you know, we're always up on this religion thing. Let's talk about Jesus.
Well, the Bible
Jesus
the Bible
portrayed
said he
white.
he had bronze skin like bronze and hair like wool. The Bible says that.
Okay.
So
So what does hair like wool look like?
Yeah.
Unstraightened.
Okay, but here's
No,
my
but
problem.
then he
wait,
looks mixed
wait,
race.
wait now. I'll argue this point.
yeah.
Everybody wants to come. Black Jesus lies. No black Jesus. Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll take
Okay.
that one out. White Jesus, we'll take white Jesus out.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
There was no
Yeah.
white Jesus,
Don't
bro.
you dare come with me with colored Jesus now.
It's
There
even
was.
worse. No
All
colored
right,
Jesus.
thank you. Carry on.
Okay.
Egyptian Jesus.
Muhammad.
He looked the most like Egyptians. Eh?
What
Hey?
do the people that live in Jerusalem and Gaza and all these things look like? Have you seen those kids? They pale little green-eyed blonde-haired children
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Gorgeous.
yeah.
So what?
So this light-eyed, light-haired Jesus was a normal Jew. Why do people want to make him black? They want to make him white. He was a Jewish person. Whether his hair was a little bit curly, we don't know. But he had light eyes and light hair.
Okay, but if you're gonna come with that,
Yeah.
why in certain areas do we have colors as races and not locations?
In South Africa, it's easier. Black, white, colored Indian.
You see?
Yeah,
But Indian should be like
in South Africa,
orange.
it's harder because nobody else understands. Like, for example,
No.
America, you've got Hispanic, you've got white or Caucasian, and you've
Yeah.
got African American. And again, African American, not black people or whatever. And again, it comes back to like saying the N word, which literally means black, Negro. That's where it comes from. You're Negro, and then it just like every other dialect, these things just form. So that word stayed as being a different language for a black person. And it got, but you call someone that, it's literally you, for example, a white person saying the N word to a black person will be derogatory because of the context.
True, but I wouldn't want a white person, because Negro, like you say, is a color, but I wouldn't want a white person to go, hey, black. I'd be
Again.
like, hey, who the hell are you talking to?
And again, it's
I'm
like,
talking
why-
to you, black.
But why black? Yeah,
You know what I
even
mean?
that, like, why black? Like,
Yeah, but-
for example, it's like when
Brown.
we grew up, we never call people black. We call if you are black, you are African. It's like, oh, that's the African guy.
Well, because we say Middle Eastern, you
But
know.
me, I'm African.
Yeah.
So it makes no sense because it's like I've got family, right? And they are like my cousin's father's Greek. So they have Greek surnames
Greeks.
and whatever.
Greek was.
Greek.
No, like proper
oh
Greek,
my
bro.
gosh. It's okay. It's okay.
No,
it's
because
okay.
that's part of
Mykonos,
Mykonos, bro. I
like
thought,
Mykonos.
no, I
No,
thought,
like-
No, no,
Greece
like,
with Canada,
like
there's
Greece,
Greek
like
was
Greece,
this-
like
Yeah.
Greece.
Like
Greece.
Greece. Yeah.
You and white. Man, sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
Mykonos.
so they go there
Yeah.
and my wife's like, but they're not Greek. So we always refer to them as, hey, my Greek cousins. And they're like,
Yeah.
but my wife's like, no, they're not Greek. Like they're South African.
Yeah.
So how can you be like if you born in South Africa, you're South African. So where does that come into play? Because I've got my cousin's daughter was born in America, and then as a baby, came back down home. So she has dual citizenship.
Hectic.
So what is she?
Yeah, but wouldn't that be nice? Like if you don't have to tick your race, but you actually just tick where you're from, like where you were born.
I'm all for that because, for
South
example,
like we South African.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my son is colored. Okay, by race,
Yeah.
by way of life, he's not white or black. He's suburban. That's my new term for what these kids
Suburban.
are now. Because if you go to a school like, for example, St. Charles, Michaelhouse, Marisburg College, the black kids have an accent. Okay, they don't talk like they're from the location. They talk like in this Model C accent. But there's a different variation from the way white kids talk. So now they've developed their own little lingo. So it's not like they speak like they're white, but they all have this sound like Josh.
Yeah, they almost do sound like Josh. Yeah.
Okay. So and that's it. So
Yeah.
it's not race because the black kids speak like this, and the white kids, and the Indian kids, and the colored kids. So they are no longer bound by race. They are literally their culture is this suburban thing
Area
where
code.
we play sports, we go to Model C or private schools, and majority of these kids are being exposed to this. It's like my son went from living in Woodlands, which is known as a colored community or as a kind like a location, and now you're in the suburbs. He stays in Athlone, but his mindset is not of like where he comes from in Woodlands. It's of this because all his friends live in the suburbs. So that's what he's surrounded by
Yeah, sure.
majority of his life. So for me saying, oh, my son's a proper colored, it's like bullshit.
Yeah.
Now it is.
You think the race, going back to what you said earlier, the race factor is dying in South
Yeah.
Africa? Because think
It's
about it.
dying. People are
Yeah.
hanging on to it, right? I follow this page. It's called like Durban oldies, whatever. So they show all these pictures of like the old Durban and
What it
stuff.
looked like before.
You know? First comment, black guy. It got the beach there, right? Beach is clean as fuck.
Yeah.
White person's comment, look how clean it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Black person comment said, are you saying it was clean because we weren't there?
Here we go.
Right? And then the other black guy's like, must have been nice, yeah? But we weren't allowed by that beach. So I'm looking at both
Because
these things.
the thing
okay?
is that annoys me about those posters, I've seen them on Facebook as well. And then
It's to incite.
no, but like I've seen Indian people and I've seen colored people, and I
Yeah.
can say with my chest, their comments on the good old days, brother, you weren't allowed here. Shut up. How was it the good old days? What are you saying? How was it the good
I
old
have
days?
this debate
Shut up.
with my father-in-law, right? So I say to him, so he said to me, like, because you know when you grow up, like maybe the good things you hold, like you were employed and the streets were cleaner. It wasn't because there were no black people, because there were less people.
Yeah.
Right? It was a totally
Less
different thing. Okay?
populated.
So those people that say, oh, it was better, you know, back in the day because it was like this. I'm like, I wouldn't want to live there.
Yeah, sure.
Why can he go to that beach and I can't go to that beach?
Imagine not being allowed on a beach based on the color of your skin, bro.
That's dumb.
But imagine, think about
A
it.
certain
Imagine
bus,
that happens
you can't-
now.
All this year.
Well, that is actually happening. Hey, we're missing a chat here at Wits University. I don't know if you guys have seen that. There was this whole EFF protest where they were like, they're not allowing black kids
they
on
had the
campus
signs there or
and white
something.
kids. And somebody, I don't know who it was, went to go stick no whites allowed. all over Wits University. But imagine being greeted by a sign like that. Like the three of us, okay, the five of us go to the beach and it says whites only. Now Dane can only go on the beach. I'm saying that's what how it was back in the day.
Yeah.
Greeted by a sign or going to a bus stop. There was actually a picture I saw of a bus stop and it said whites only and it was raining and there was a white lady with a dog sitting there and there was a black guy standing in the rain.
But my mother's in the situation, right? So there's this white lady, well, she looks white, jumping on the non-white bus, and she had like black ladies like chatting, saying, "Oh, shame the poor white lady. She's
Yeah.
has to sit here with us because she's poor, whatever."
Yeah.
In Zulu, and my mother's bilingual, so she talks back to them in their mother
like,
tongue.
actually, all
so
good.
yeah, so then they're like, "Hey, wait, okay, no, she's actually."
She's part of
Yeah,
us.
you know? And that's my thing. It's like I always say to people, it's like for me being colored, in our culture, we always want to say, "Oh, I've got white family," and you always know your white family.
Yeah.
I'm asking, what makes me colored? Please show me my black family. If my family is from the Eastern Cape, that means what? Hosa, hello,
Straight up.
I'm here. Like, show me my culture.
Yeah.
I want to embrace that side of it because it's so. And again, it's like,
But there's this constant debate going on in social media, and they're saying colored people don't want to be black, and colored people want to be white, and it only suits them to be colored when they want to be colored, and race shouldn't matter. Blah blah blah. XYZ. But race does matter in South Africa.
I'll tell you something. Okay?
Wait, quickly. Like I'm just saying, if you're going for a job in South Africa, first question they ask you, race. Why is that important?
Why is that
Because
important?
Transformation.
Yeah, but why?
I don't.
Because I've got a BCom, you've got a BCom. I'm good at what I do. You good at what you do. You good at why?
Well,
So here's the problem with the Shaka. Like so,
your past.
so the past. I don't think it's relevant. I can understand with white people.
Yeah.
I don't think it's relevant when it comes to Indians and coloreds as well, because there were a lot of people who fought for that struggle too. Okay, okay. We had it a little bit better because there were people that were fairer, whatever, and now you've got people who are using it for like blacks only. I don't think another black. It's weird because a black person said to me, "Shit, I went to the doctor and the doctor was black," and I was pissed off. And I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "I know my people. I know what he who did he pay to get that thing?" and was like, it was weird to
Shocking,
me.
yeah.
And I've got so many black friends who are like, "Paul, do you know what it's like to be a quota?
Yeah.
To be good at something, right?
Yeah.
And be there, but thought of as you only got the job because you're black."
Yeah.
That's even worse.
But South Africa's becoming painted with that brush. You know what I mean? Where people
I think
think about it, like how hard did that doctor have to work to become a doctor? But now he's painted with that brush.
But then
You get what I'm
look
saying?
at government.
yeah.
For me, it's about what the government's doing. For example, how can you say you are an MEC or whatever, like
Yeah.
you are the head of education? How can you say let's drop the pass rate so that we can have more people passing, so we'll have more doctors and lawyers and stuff?
Yeah, it's bad.
Exactly. You almost
That's
want to
bad.
just see their marks.
So that's not a black
Yo,
thing.
you get-
like, hey,
yeah.
are you my doctor? Can I
it's
see
not
your
a
matric
black thing. It's not a
certificate?
white thing. It's
Yeah.
not a race thing. It's a mentality thing. Okay.
Sure.
And then what that does is that puts pressure on black people because it's like, see, you blacks did that. And it comes back to that you people story. But it was never about that.
Yeah.
And for example, like the rugby, there was a ban on our flag or the anthem or something supposedly.
What happened?
That was drug related.
Yeah, they said we didn't have the right
Policies for anti-doping.
Yeah.
2 years ago,
Yeah.
we were supposed to update our anti-doping
Yes.
legislation.
And
And,
did we not?
we didn't.
And now we did though.
Well, now we're appealing or something.
Yeah, now we're twiddling thumbs about it when it should have been done.
Yeah.
What does that do? An 84-year-old white racist from a part, what is it going to say?
We know.
Yeah.
If that was us, we wouldn't have done it. I heard something by Fairfoot. Well, I read it, and it said, guaranteed, give them the country, they're going to fuck it up, and they'll be handing it back to you, saying help. And then it goes to those same black people who don't know the struggle, right? And maybe they had life softened about that. And it's so easy to say, okay, you had a job, you had all these things. What about those people that didn't? So it's easy for you to say, back in the day, apartheid was actually better. For a black person to say it was better in apartheid, it's such a like a shock to me, because what about the people that actually struggled, that died, that fought for all of this?
The majority.
You know?
The majority, yeah.
Okay, so let's.
But it's South Africa. Let's open that conversation.
Here's the problem South Africa has. We have a majority problem.
Okay.
We don't have a race problem. We have a majority problem. Okay. For example, if I tell you, the owner of this Golf GTI with the cone filter and all this thing
It's Indian.
Is Pravesh.
The moment you said Golf GTI, we knew.
So now
Pravesh won.
I'm gonna go the opposite direction of
Okay.
this, right? And it's gonna sound hard.
Yeah, sure.
The person that throws a KFC out of the taxi window.
Sipo.
Straight up, right? So we
that's-
have this.
yeah.
And again,
Okay,
how
now
do we
we're
even
stereotyping.
Well, that's exactly what it
So
is.
for
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
it's not even that. It's a majority thing, right?
Yeah.
So for example, if you used to not having a dustbin or not being showed, for you it's like, hey, shit, this dirt, don't chuck it here.
Yeah,
It wasn't that person is doing it to be filthy.
sure.
And my wife always says, it's like, why do we have to drive past like a squatter camp, all these things?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be filth? Poverty does not mean filth. You're literally living here. You throw the dirt in front of. Do you not? And a lot of the time, it's like I look at the kids. I'm like, that kid saw his people doing it, so he's going to do the exact same thing. So when you take people out of that, it's a whole different ballgame.
Ballgame, yeah.
Because it's I don't know how do you have a help at home?
Yeah.
What do you refer to as a maid?
Auntie.
Okay, so I heard two black kids at St. Charles, like chatting to one and saying, "You can't call her a maid." And you said the same word. You said, "You must say auntie," or you must have respect. And I'm listening to two black kids go at it about the help at home. Like we've got, I don't even like calling her helper. Tolly helps run our house, right? Tolly's part of our family. Tolly's not our maid. She's paid for a service that we obviously need, and she's part of our family. She doesn't have a separate plate. She doesn't sit anywhere. We actually fight with her because we have like these stairs that lead down to got the sunken lounge thing. Tolly she likes to sit on the stairs. So my wife had to say to her, like, hey, listen, can you please sit at the dining room table? She said, but I like it here. She says, yeah, but when people walk in, it looks like you're not allowed to sit on our couches or anything.
Sure.
And this is the thing where so much of the stuff is now, for me, there's no race. Like I hate that racial thing.
Yeah.
But there's a majority problem.
Yeah.
And that's when we start fixing those things. I think that's when we'll start understanding, okay, hey, listen, it's not because you're black that I said this. It's because you threw your dirt on the floor. Why don't you pick it up? Everywhere will be clean. It's like, again, like, hey, I know a million white people with the Corsa, with the Vauxhall and all the pipes and the weird
Jared.
lights,
Jared,
with a monster sticker.
With a monster sticker. With a monster sticker. Round, bro. That's a 6 sticker, bro.
Kyle, always Kyle.
Cow.
Okay. We've been talking for long.
Yeah, but yes, it is.
There's a war currently going on right now.
Which
Paul.
one? There's two.
Give us both of them, please.
Okay, Ukraine.
There's Ukraine, and then
Russia,
there's
and now
Gaza.
Okay, Gaza's been going on for how many years?
Yo, hundreds.
So if it's been going on for so long, why is it making the news now?
It's not making the news now. It's always making the news, right? It's just that other things have happened. There was a
Okay.
little bit of peace, and then now this thing's happening again, right?
Oh, yes,
How
okay.
many Free Palestine things? I think like 2 years ago there was something.
Yes.
Yo.
But
No,
to be
it's
honest,
been- as far as I
it's
know,
been
it's always
quiet.
been.
It's always been, it's been quiet. Right?
and
No, but
then-
I don't know.
Who's
Maybe
the
because of
Americans-
the community I live in,
yeah.
that Free Palestine chat has been there for
I'm,
A long
I'm,
time.
I'm
A long
there,
time.
bro.
Okay, but
A
how do
long
we
time.
how do we allow it to happen for so long
Oh, bro,
and not do anything about
Are
it?
we about to be banned from YouTube?
But if
I
if
don't think-
America,
are we ready to go and get
Guys,
banned
we
from
can't.
YouTube?
no,
Okay,
I
we're not
wanna
getting-
know- I want to know what's
Dear,
going on.
dear
pull this
YouTube,
down
don't
now.
ban us. We just
Guys, this
having
thing
a
will just get
discussion.
pulled down now.
Let's just hear it.
The war that's happening, Ukraine, Russia, is America. Who's America backing? They say that it's
Ukraine.
wrong that you can't just go bomb people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where's America now?
they down in Gaza.
Doing what?
Good question. I don't know.
Wait, aren't they? What do you mean? Where's America?
Yeah,
Where's-
they're going to visit there now to
Oh, are they-
to
oh.
try and make peace.
I saw they sending like fighter jets on a boat there.
But nobody's saying what they're doing is wrong. Nobody's saying where's the humanitarians.
Mm.
Unfortunately, it goes back to that thing of they Jewish, and majority of the big boys there in America is Jewish.
So I believe that's another angle that people are going
Now-
at.
now,
with
Kanye-
controlling the media and stuff like
Kanye
that.
West got shunned whatever
Cancelled.
for being anti-Semitic, right?
Yeah.
What does that even mean? Like, how can you be anti-Semitic being black, first of all? Right? So the Jews were killed by Hitler in the Holocaust, whatever. And now you're doing the exact same thing to other people.
Mm.
Like even worse. Like how that for me it's inhumane.
Why? Why is this war even happening? For those that don't know.
Gaza Strip, they're always fighting over that thing. It's about this is our land. I think it stems from biblical times. If I'm not mistaken, like with that whole Gaza Strip, they're saying, okay, this was the promised land. And
Really?
yeah,
Is that the
bruh.
promised land?
Supposedly.
Oh, hate it.
Because the Jews were taken from Egypt and then where did they go?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they went to what's known as Jerusalem, but then it's on the border of Palestine. And now you're all fighting over this little small strip, which is weird. It's like, why can't you just live together? What's the
But
difference?
do people need to die for this trip? I mean, a music festival bombed.
Bro, hospital. Kids, I'm watching all these videos and I'm like, holy snap.
You
like,
know?
A little 7-year-old saying that he's watched his friend head burst open,
You know?
brains on the floor. Like,
That's
what-
traumatic.
again, for whose benefit?
That's the question
But
I need an
the-
answer
the-
for.
It's like any bit of war, they call it collateral damage. But
Mm.
at the end of the day, why? Because the political powers have to fight this thing. It's like, look at South Africa now, right? How much is petrol? How much is diesel?
Sure.
And all
Okay.
because of the war, you know. And
Mm.
we don't even know much about what's going on there. But again, we know from years and years and years, violence solved nothing. So it's no matter how many wars you had, it solved nothing. So for me, I'm just against everything there. Yes,
But there's
But
gonna
now
be
people are
another
like
war.
choosing sides and
Mm.
How can you-
no, have you seen it? Like on Instagram,
Yeah.
people are putting flags.
This
Like,
is the thing.
There's flags and there's always opposing flags. I'm like, for me, my opinion is, why are we killing each other?
Why are we killing each other?
There's humanity, there's race. All of that doesn't. Humanity at the end of the day is the most important thing.
You know the problem with it is, right, it's when you get given a title, a name, a country, a race, like all these things, where you kind of have this like false, or not even false, like this untrue sense of something that you have to die for.
Mm.
Utter rubbish. Do I have to die for South Africa? I'll scream for South Africa when they're playing rugby. Will I die for them? No. Why should I have to? Then they call it being a patriot. You know, you must
You're
be your
patriot.
country. I'm South African.
The world is in such disarray. Like
Mm.
people find no remorse in taking a life of a kid or taking a life of
Listen,
another person. It's not even an international thing. Like in South Africa as a whole, like you open the paper, 28 people killed. You're like, okay, turn the page. Why has that stuff become so normal? Why are we so normalized by this sort of stuff?
I think it's also because it's what feeds media
Yeah.
the most. And I don't know why. It's like always negativity, always negativity. All it does is just puts fear and anxiety into people. It's
Yeah.
like if I scroll on Instagram, if it got to do with any violent things or whatever, I actually try and scroll past it.
Mm.
If I go on Facebook, it's always these videos.
Sure.
Why people like filming other people fighting and they stabbing one another? I'm like, that's what you
Like
want?
that video in South Africa that went viral of that guy who stabbed his girlfriend, eh? and people were just recording it.
See?
And
It's
she was like bleeding on the floor, bro. Have you
it's like
seen
things,
it?
Sure.
it's like
No, I
things like
haven't seen
that,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Violent
First thing you
cells.
do is pull a phone out and you're happy
Record.
doing this. It's like, so it's good because there's evidence, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like we're driven towards this thing of that's what sells. So everything in the media is always negative, always negative. And then you have this thing in your mind. So when you're driving down the road, you assume that the first person you see at that robot, that dodgy looking person, is going to either smash and grab or they always,
sure.
so you're going through all these things. So it creates fear that you don't even want to live anymore.
Yeah,
And then it's such a strange one
Rabbit hole.
because in our country, like everyone asks me, it's like, hey, Paul, would you ever consider relocating? I'm like, I'd love to go and work overseas, but I love South Africa. It's like it's the most beautiful place
Sure.
that you can ever find in the world. Like we have Hawaii got like nice beaches and stuff. We have them here too. Like every place in the world has something. South Africa got that thing
Yeah.
in this one small little place, right? Even Africa, for example, you go to Zanzibar, geez, and
Beautiful.
as I say, like for me, I'm a big humanitarian. Like I love helping people. I don't want to be better than the next person. I want to see everybody, thrive equally. But it's always going to be that opposing factor. There's always somebody, like our podcast, you'll see someone will always say, oh, but I don't agree with this. And it's good. It's nice to have an opinion, but don't ever mistake your opinion for a fact. And that's what people
Yeah.
do.
You and your 28 followers.
You know? And that's what happens. Here, what we're doing is we're trying to enlighten people. We want to show people a different side
Yeah,
of
sure.
of the people that we have around us.
For sure,
It's like what you guys did with the podcast is like just for me went like, from where, like not saying, I hate saying like from where it started, everything has to start somewhere. Because the first person that you interview, obviously not many people know about the podcast and stuff. And then you just see it rise and rise and rise. And when you guys say the name Pino.
Penwell.
Okay.
Yeah.
The black pen.
The black pen.
Black pen. Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds easy for me. Boom. I saw views like boom,
Yeah.
just skyrockets. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
that's what you guys needed. And now it's just about everybody's coming on and expressing themselves. Everyone
Yeah.
has different views. Let's have a conversation. And that humanitarian side of it needs to come out more because too many people, like you say, are stuck in that. Oh, but it's right. What about what they did? And what about this? And it becomes religious. We're fighting religious wars because people are backing the Jewish side of it. And then you got the Muslim people are backing Palestine. And yeah, bro.
On that note, I actually want to, Josh, if you don't mind, Paul's just mentioned something here.
Yeah.
We need to give a shout out to some of these guys that are constantly commenting on our YouTube videos.
Sure, facts.
So these guys are always popping up
Well,
here.
there's a guy who says that he's off work every Wednesday and he literally waits to watch our pod drop every single Wednesday. Bro. I think where did he say he's from? Do you remember that comment?
No, I'm trying to find here.
It's on the
quickly.
YouTube comments, bro.
Yeah. There's a guy here. I'm just going to
I think it was like a
quickly.
Pumalanga or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. Eh?
So-
Paul and the Pumalanga story. Eh?
So, okay, we've got, hold on. Bonginkosi Monyai. That guy is always commenting on there. So shout out to that guy.
Yeah, sure.
Bonginkosi.
Bonginkosi, you're a real G, man.
Yeah.
Real G.
And Mtogo Zisi. He said he's loving the new setup. That was when we were
table.
in Joburg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mtogo Zisi, he's always there.
So the table's a win.
So shout out
Let me
to him
please.
too.
Yo, we've had a few, eh?
Yeah, so Mtogo Zisi and those. And then Keanu on TikTok. Thanks for that too, bro. He's always fast.
And there's this guy who commented twice, Spy2SA54. He's
Yes.
like, this channel deserves more subs and likes. Come on, man.
Do it,
Bro?
Do you have a YouTube voice? Like
Me?
yeah.
No, huh?
So when you, like, for example, if
Do
you're
I
trying
need
to
one?
promote this and you look in the camera, it's like, hi guys, this is Josh. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Like, subscribe. all those things.
No. But I think we need to get one.
Yeah, we got to get one of those.
Hi, I'm Josh, and welcome to the Low Chair
It's gonna be-
Podcast.
What a beautiful
Welcome to my
voice.
channel. Listen, that's
Look
my
at Tate
daughter.
throwing his headphones down.
Welcome to my
God damn
channel.
it, that's enough.
And you guys are wrong.
Why?
I'm gonna call you out straight.
Why?
Straight
With?
up. Straight up.
What are
There's 3 mics. The last time we were here,
You said there's 4 mics.
no, we asked for 4 mics.
We need an extra
Was
mic.
Broski there in the back? There's waiting with his conspiracy
Yes,
theories
he
over
is
there.
waiting. He is waiting.
When we told him you coming, he's like,
Yeah, so where's the
Smart.
conspiracy?
because you like to spill the tea about chats now.
Yeah. No, we're
Yeah,
talking.
cool.
Jim, do you know that if you microdose on mushrooms, you'll get like stronger quicker?
There we go. Now we
Microdose.
That was
just
a
talking
chat
shit.
we were having where I was like, yo.
I was just talking shit, but this is a thing. So
Magic
listen,
mushrooms.
I want to take a mushrooms, right? So I want to take this thing. I want to see like
Hey.
all the mythical creatures.
I've got a
come.
friend who's stuck in the rabbit hole right now.
So here's the problem with it,
Yeah.
right? For example, like even smoking weed. Everybody smokes weed these days. No, it's a thing.
Yeah.
But it was never meant for like overconsumption.
Sure.
Okay, again, it's something herbal. Be in a nice spiritual place, eat some of the herbs. People like Bob Marley, for example, they eat the weed. Intellectuals, you know, because it's the way they do it. And now we've got the term stoners. Now we've got people
Yeah,
smoke weed
stoners.
dumb, like
Yeah.
no. And with the mushroom thing, a lot of people are gonna jump on this bandwagon and make a lot of money off this microdosing thing. Okay. So microdosing is, for example, suffer with anxiety, depression, all these things. Microdose gonna calm you. It's not gonna give you the full hallucinogenic experience, but it's gonna, do that beneficial thing. Who controls that? Okay, so back in the day, it was the shamans and all this who would control it. You can go now to Peru and stuff. There's a friend of mine, well, one of my clients actually, he's that side, but that whole Aztec pyramids and stuff. And he went to one of these places and he's like, Paul, what a beautiful experience. Because I still asked him, like, hey, did
Did
you
he
go and
lick the
take,
toad?
did you, he did, like, I thought, like, you went and take the ayahuasca there.
Yeah.
He's like, no, bro, look, there's literally this magic mushroom place where you go in with the healer and whatever. And he's like, yo. So now I saw a video.
Wait,
on
tell us about that experience, please. I want to.
No, he like, I didn't go in
yeah,
depth.
yeah.
So he's just like, oh, bro, his like mind is so much more open now to the world and stuff. And there's a video I saw on Instagram of what your eyes see when you take mushrooms. And this is more into what a lot of people told me. So regarding the shoe color and stuff, so it makes everything more vivid. So if you've ever seen, like, the church windows, like those glass stained
Yes,
things with
yes,
those
yes.
round patterns and all these, or those like geometric mandala type things.
Yeah, sure.
So apparently, this is how the universe is built up with all these. They call them, what are they? Fractals. That's what it's called, fractals. Okay. So the universe is made up of all these things, and when you take this is how your eyes perceive the world.
Exactly.
So everything like blurs in, out, like you see different colors, and it's like this whole, as I said, like this magical experience. Like you see this Alice in one. You don't see what you're not supposed to see. For example, I see to like I want to see some entities here. I want to see some different
Things, man.
bunnies going.
Bad
And I took
bunnies.
acid once.
It's a bad bunnies.
So now we're talking about
Yeah.
mushrooms opposed to acid.
Yeah.
Acid will fuck you up, bro. Like
Really?
you'll see shit, like things move, like your flow disappears, like depending on your nature, bro. You'll kill yourself.
What's the
with
point
acid.
of that? Why are you
Why are you
taking
doing that?
Supposedly to see a higher place, bro. Like most people do it to get away from. They're not happy with
Escape
themselves.
reality.
Yeah, I can't smoke weed because I'm already there. Like my mind is on a different plane. So me smoking weed just gives me all like the bad things.
It's a ticking time bomb.
You know? And that's why I said, no, I want to trip. I want to take some mushrooms. I want to see some shit. I want to see like all the fairies and stuff. And
Steve Jobs was on mushrooms when he developed Apple.
bro, let
Hey?
me tell you a funny thing about this, right?
Yeah, facts. Have you not watched the movie Jobs? Yeah, crazy.
This is most people's ideas come from this. There's an artist that takes what was it? I think the same thing. He licked the toad and then he does all these paintings. Bruh.
Van Gogh.
No, that guy. What?
He
Well,
cuts
he cut his ear,
He is
bro.
just
Yeah.
mad.
I mean, surely he was on something.
They're on something. So most people on this shit, like Dali, Salvador.
What's Dolly's favorite saying? I don't do drugs. I am drugs.
And most people like that. It's like you
Salvador
are
Dali.
that. Like you can, like for me as an artist, I see things so much different to a normal person.
Sure.
I'm not on that level because some
Yeah.
people can be a bit too eccentric. And hey, but this. So to come back to why people take these things. So LSD was created for the yogi people, like those that do the yoga and stuff,
Yeah.
like, but the true masters that like can sit and meditate for like 5 days straight.
Whoa.
You go into a different
How do you
realm.
not pee your pants though?
Hey, bro, the
Like,
mind,
how do you
the
not-
body's controlled, my
Really?
friend.
How do you not? Like, that stuff makes me think, bro. Like,
The mind,
The meditation.
The
mindset.
man is telling us such an important part of where LSD comes from.
Yeah, he's
For 5 days, the guy's meditating, and you are asking,
guy on
how do you
LSD?
not pee your pants? Let him flip and finish. bro. How do you not pee your pants? 5 days. What if a fly falls on your nose?
So
what are you
now-
thinking?
What happened was, do you know who Ram Dass is?
no.
Okay, so nobody's not South African.
It's Indian. So
Ram-
He's,
Das.
he's, a,
Yeah.
he's actually in that hippie stage there. He
Yeah.
was a musician.
yeah, sure.
Found enlightenment and followed this way. Remember, like in that whole 60s, 70s, everyone was flower power. They were taking the mushrooms, they were taking the LSD. They were now on a
I still
peace,
don't know why they took LSD, Paul.
literally to see that ascended side. So what those yoga masters study and practice for to get to that ascension point, take LSD, you see that side, instant, boom. The problem is, are you ready to see the other side?
What do you mean other side? What are you seeing?
What is the other side?
Bro, like,
What are you seeing?
yo,
Avengers.
dog, like, have you,
Thanos.
do you know, and all of that comes from this, do you know Dante's Inferno?
No.
What's that?
Do you?
So Dante's Inferno is basically the different levels of hell.
Careful.
Okay, so it's all documented and all these
There's different levels.
Bruh, there's
Okay.
some strange things.
That's good
Warm,
news. That's
lukewarm,
good news.
listen,
medium,
That's good
extra
news.
hot,
Let's
extra
go.
sauce.
They're
Like
like-
Nando's.
They like the
way.
Nando's
It's like
peri
Nando's
peri
out
sauces.
here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's hot.
I'll hit you straight up. So you all know the devil, right?
Yes.
Christianity,
Well, I don't know him,
whatever.
but yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, I
Like
get
the
you, I
terms
get
We're not
we
in
have,
talking
Satan,
terms,
yeah,
though.
you know.
Yeah.
And then you get all the other people. Then you get Baal, you get Beelzebub, you get.
Who's that?
There's like, hey, bro,
Now,
you
these
don't
are
know.
these are the levels now.
Yeah,
Paul's
there's-
talking about.
So now
yeah.
there's one of them is an image of a lion's head with like 5 human feet, like legs around him. Okay, that's how he's depicted. Okay,
A person.
no, like a fucking demon. So
Baal,
he's
what's his name? Baal.
Baal, yeah.
Baal.
So he is they said he's
One
the
of my
president.
colleagues' names
He's
Baal.
yeah. He's the
Hey, Paul, if you're
Yeah,
listening,
bro.
bro,
So he's
hey,
the-
sorry.
Paul? Mo even knows him. We work with him.
So like this supposed entity is like the president of hell. So he's got like so many
The Cyril
demons.
Ramaphosa.
Bruh, I'm reading all the shit and
Yeah.
I'm like, no man, this
Yeah.
is cool. And again, through all the biblical times, Solomon, all these things come in, and
Yeah.
Dante's Inferno explains like this. He had this dream, I think, where he's going through all these different levels of hell and all of these things.
Yeah,
okay?
sure.
That's the problem. So there's this place and there's this place, and we here in the middle. We in the third dimension.
Oh, so we are in a level of
We're in
hell.
a level of hell. Yeah.
That's
Not-
what
not-
Dante's
not
Inferno
hell.
is saying.
So we like on the third dimension. Then you get lower. Okay, that's where all
Lemon
like,
and herb. We are
the-
lemon and
the-
herb.
yeah,
We lemon
the,
and herb.
the harsh stuff. Then you get like
Not
the,
well done.
the
No extra
astral
sauce.
plane.
Yeah.
Then you get like all these other places.
Sure.
So for example, you take mushrooms, you go up there. Take acid, you go to a different thing. But a lot of
Dynamite.
people aren't ready to see that shit.
So what, do they go to Dante?
Yeah, bruh. Some
not
people will
lost,
see the demons and the things. So that's where all these things come from. For me, I'm like, Jesus, now I thought the devil was the only one. It was the boss. Now you got other
So
guys.
there's
and
other
got
O's.
generals and there's things. And so I'm like, see, this is why I don't believe in that shit. Like, I don't believe in heaven and hell. But I believe in terms of the different realms.
Sure.
That shit works. Have you ever like just pressed your eyes in and you see all the funny stars and weird things, like see all the colors?
Dark, bro.
Yeah. So you don't see all the little sparkly stars.
Yeah.
and-
Is there another posy? Another place?
bruh, you're about to take a mushroom and go there and you'll see it.
Never.
Bro, wait. We chatting about
Our cameras are overheating.
other
Yeah.
dimensions.
Yeah.
Other dimensions now.
But the dimensions is out here, dog. The
So
dimensions
do you
is out
think
here.
it's happening with us as well? They've got their own problems. We've got ours. We've got load shedding and stuff. They've got.
Listen. So I'm hoping that if you want to go on the upside, it's nothing like this. So
Yeah.
have you ever watched like these things on YouTube where people have near death experiences?
Yeah, vaguely. Yeah. Yeah.
Majority of them all like they tell you like, you see the lights. No, it's like darkness. And then all of a sudden I saw like the galaxy and I'm flying through space and stuff. And then all of a sudden I'm in this place and it's just quiet and still.
Black hole.
And I'm feeling nothing but love. Like I've watched about maybe 10 of them, and all of them the same thing. And I'm
I
like,
feel nothing like love.
yeah, just
Nothing
love,
but
pure,
love.
pure
I hate
love.
it.
Like you can't explain. So this one guy's like, he's seeing his lifeless body there under the water. He drowned, and this person's saying, "No, you have to go back." And he's like, "I don't want to go back there, but that thing, I don't want to go to that place. Like it's beautiful. Yeah, I don't."
I hate it.
And then he came back and he looked at life differently. He's like,
Wow.
everything is so like what we perceive so far from what lies beyond. It's again, it's like
So when you die, do you think
Bro,
you
like,
just leave your
believe in-
physical?
you believe in heaven, right?
Yeah, sure.
You're a
Yeah.
Christian.
Yeah.
Is that not another realm?
Yeah.
But what goes there?
So your soul
Where's your soul lie?
in your body. No. Okay.
Brain,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
That's the saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly the brain because you think, you
Yeah.
perceive.
It's in your chakra.
Chakra. Not the chakra, the chakra. Yeah.
The chakra.
Chakra.
Okay.
Hey.
So
You and
there's-
Josh on a podcast. Chakra and Josh. Hey, chakra. That's what my grandpa said. Chakra.
That's like insane, right? Bro. We need to get him on here. Like, I want like, you need to get like an old buddy on here. I want to
Yeah,
hear the
we
shit they
must.
say. I want to hear.
It'll be cancelled.
We must go visit. We must go visit some old age homes.
We
as well
should.
and just
I'm
say,
telling you the
come
stories
on
you
the
hear from these
podcast.
people.
Yeah.
Right. So, for example, like you're going
Sure.
to heaven, your soul goes in this place.
Sure.
Same way when you're dying.
Yeah.
Don't you think that like there is a different level of this thing?
Yeah, I get what you're saying there for sure. Like you enter another reality, and
Yeah,
you leave this,
It's like
but
when
you
you
enter.
dream.
Yeah,
Explain dreaming to me. You no control over your dreams.
Yeah,
you
sure.
lay there, whole nother zone. All of a
Yeah.
sudden you're fighting in slow motion, losing fights in your sleep.
We were having this chat the other day, Josh. I mean, I hear all of this. You go into another realm and all that stuff, but at what point can you just shut down, guys? Like, geez.
Okay.
I don't want to keep moving around.
Let me-
like, if
let's-
I'm dead,
let me
I'm
do-
dead.
yeah.
Why can't I
what
just?
did you say to me the other day?
I was saying that
When you
heaven,
die, yeah.
heaven and hell live eternally.
yeah,
Do you really want to live forever?
yeah. He was like, he just wants to be offline.
Can you not just say, all right, I've hustled. That's where rest in peace comes from. Can I just rest in peace? Yeah, but now in your
Yeah.
brain it's forever,
So
bro.
because we here, they call
Yeah.
it linear.
Yes.
So we see time for beginning and end.
yeah.
And that's why when they say God has no beginning and no end.
so
So we only know a start. So we
Yes.
can't fathom that he's been here, but he's always been here.
so it's almost like you're a baby.
Yeah. So
if
we
you're a
born-
baby, you don't really know what day it is or
yeah.
Also, with baby, if a kid dies, right, and goes to heaven, right, does the kid grow up in heaven?
Now,
You get what-
see,
you get
this
what I'm
is-
saying?
This is why I don't like that heaven and hell
Yeah.
story. I don't believe in it because if you're a baby
Yeah.
and then who do you go to? Do you go to my grandfather? Do you go to
Yeah, and
Like-
do you know? Because now when you die, are you gonna see like your family like, hey, cars, what kind? No.
See, this is
You
this
get
is
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying?
so
Can you
what? The
recognize-
baby's alone up there.
That's what I'm asking.
So first of all,
Who take all
in
these
the
nannies?
Bible,
You don't
nobody's in heaven.
Isn't everyone in a waiting room now?
The Catholics call it purgatory.
Dude, a waiting room.
Yeah, bruh.
Yeah.
So now
For
you
how
just
long, Oz?
so this is why
Yeah,
I
it's been
believe
a
in the
waiting room.
reincarnation story more than and not like you're
know,
gonna come
I'm
back
waiting
as a
room.
snake.
How long? For how long? It's
No,
2023 now. So the guy who died in year 1
He's waiting.
He's waiting, dog, for Judgment Day.
there's no
He's waiting
time,
for
bro.
Jesus
No,
to
bro.
come and
There's
set
not
us free.
because the waiting room comes in now when Jesus comes, right?
Yeah.
In the Bible, when Jesus comes,
so if
then
there's
everyone.
no time, what's going on in that guy's mind right now? You guys are driving me insane.
Imagine, like, okay, we're going to do the KRS-One theory here with you.
KRS-One theory.
Okay, so this, on the phone.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to say, okay, the Apple logo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't say it out loud. Did you hear it?
What, saying Apple?
Yeah.
I did say Apple in my head, yeah.
So who the fuck spoke?
Yeah, I saw that thing. So who did say Apple in my head? I don't know.
Ever
You
noticed,
said it.
like,
You
for
said
example, it's like, we're vaping, I want to stop vaping. It's like,
Yeah.
the vape's there and you want to go for it and something says, don't do it. And like, hey.
Who's that
And then something else, like, just says, take it. Like, hey, but it'll be okay. I said, don't, it's wrong. Who the fuck is talking to you?
Who else?
Imagine the
Subconscious.
people.
You're subconscious.
Imagine the people who are able to control their subconscious and do everything that thing says. Where they the Bill Gates, they the fucking presidents and all this. Because some people can control their mind so well that you can't limit them. Us, we limited. Me,
Wow.
tell you straight, I'd like to think I'm this enlightened person.
You're not.
Small things.
You think those brothers are very enlightened?
Bruh,
Like Bill Gates,
bruh, people like
Elon
Hitler.
Musk.
People like Hitler.
Mm.
People like this, what's this Russian president?
Vladimir Putin.
They are a lot higher level than us, bruh.
Yeah.
They think on a different level. We judge them differently because we think on it. But they've got powers. You can either go to the bad side, or you can go to the good side. And unfortunately, you know what happens
How do you unlock?
on the good side?
How do you unlock? How do you reach that level?
Mushrooms.
Don't do the mushroom thing because I tell everybody.
Huh? Lick the
Mushrooms.
toes.
Lick the bro, I want to lick the toad. Like I don't believe in like people.
Mo, bring a frog from the
Yeah.
garden. Yeah, lick the
I don't
toes.
believe in people finding ascension. I don't believe in people
But
finding.
what does it mean, lick the toad? Are you sucking a toad?
Listen, some people they take like a syringe and inject, take that thing and suck it out
I
of
can't
it.
even eat sushi now. I suck a toad,
You
boy.
can't. You don't eat sushi, dog.
Nah, boy. Hey, we are a long time done from that. Even like camping and that stuff is beyond me, bro. Like, who in their right mind would want to go camping? We just got out of poverty. I want to live in a house, boy.
There's no,
I don't want to be camping
it's
and
absolutely
eating
unnecessary
toads.
to go camping, but sushi is good.
Bro, camping. Bro, we just got out of apartheid, Paul. Come on.
Yeah,
We
camping,
don't want to
dog.
go back to those
Here's the
things.
problem,
We want
bro.
houses and electricity.
What do the white people do?
They enjoy it.
They're camping, bro.
Because it's an experience for them because they haven't lived like that. Now they're like, yo, this is what
Bro.
it feels to have no lights. Now we don't want to be there.
So I won't lie to you. Like I'm on the opposite side of it because I grew up like in nature, like as a kid, like
Yeah.
always on the beach, night fishing,
Yeah.
doing all these things.
Sure.
Bruh, that experience for your children, incredible.
No, 'cause
You're
your
gonna
kids
get
grew
to a
up with
stage-
electricity and
wait,
PlayStations,
Yeah,
bruh.
you're gonna get to a stage in your life, like golf. You're
Yeah.
gonna find it and you're gonna love it.
Hey, camping, bro. Hey, camping.
The golf bag.
Hey, camping, but
No,
camping beyond me, boy.
Camping
The
is,
moment
it's
they say there's no
unnecessary.
showers, forget.
Tug it out, dog. Tug it out.
Yo, I remember my grandmother telling me stories about getting water in the mornings. I don't want to do that, boy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Listen, why are
I
you
don't
looking at the
wanna
work?
do-
Like,
I don't wanna
bruh,
do that.
You can literally go buy a Land Rover Defender and got all those gimmicks and got the tent on the top and like it's like posh. It's glamping now, not camping, bruh.
Yeah, but that's different, bro. That's very different.
Me, see, I'm the type. I want to be there in the mud.
Ah, you lying. You want to need PlayStation and Wi-Fi to do that?
But if you didn't know it
Bruh,
existed, then
bruh,
it doesn't
bruh,
even matter.
have you not
Okay,
even
let
not
me,
wanted?
let me give you a situation, right? The first time you ever ate takeout, right? It was nice. It was the best thing you ever ate in your life. I'm not talking about takeouts, okay? But I'm just saying, you're not gonna go back because you've already had it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't see how this is matching with the camping though.
that's I literally thought it's
No, but I'm just saying, like the camping thing. You
The
live in a
takeout
nice
part
life.
was actually working, but now the takeout part of whatever you're talking about.
Okay, leave that. Never mind. But I'm just saying, like, why would you want to go back? Why?
yeah. I'm new to this iPhone game. First iPhone, iPhone 11. Okay. Next iPhone, iPhone 14. Just like I didn't even get the in-betweens that way. I do the exact same thing I did on this phone as my other phone,
Sure.
right? But my like this want of the sim, like, no, like you have to have this. This is the more upgraded one.
You
got
see
to,
now.
my Wi-Fi's got to be stronger. Everything. So we always adding and adding and adding.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need to just like take it away.
No, but
Exactly.
Like, I'm not saying to you. I'm not
that.
saying to you.
No,
You're
I
gonna
get-
go and live camping.
No, no,
But
no,
I mean,
I get
imagine
the
you had
chat.
like.
Because some people, I think I had this conversation with my girlfriend yesterday, like living on a farm, right? People who live on the farm, their reality is like wake up in the morning, chickens are ching ching, you know, go make some breakfast,
the chickens.
eat, you have food, you sustain yourself, you make a fire, you relax, you sleep. How peaceful.
This is what I'm saying.
Yes.
I get what
You
you're
don't
saying.
need it.
If you do
Bro,
know
we
about
out here
reality.
signing gym
Yes.
contracts for no
Yes.
reason.
Yes.
Yo,
But then if you live in a farm and you end up coming to visit somebody in the city,
Shoelaced.
over.
you're gonna see the Netflix, you're gonna see the cars, then you're gonna be
over.
like, actually,
I want
this
this.
is nice.
that's what happened.
And then you screwed.
That's what happened when people
and
left the
then
farm
you
Yeah,
areas.
bro.
screwed.
We killed ourselves. We made life so easy. Bro, can you imagine? Like, I can't understand how my father got us places without a GPS.
Dude,
Bro,
my dad doesn't even
our
use that
parents don't
thing.
use the phone book.
Yeah.
My dad knows numbers. 4765666. Yeah, that's Auntie Meryl from Eastern Cape. I'm like, what? I don't know my age chick number,
my
bro.
dad doesn't
You
use
see?
a GPS, bro. He
Really?
doesn't use a GPS.
Yeah.
So what I
And
try-
he'll go
what-
somewhere in Newcastle and find the bloody
No,
place.
same.
What
My
I do
dad's the
now is
same.
I'll put my GPS on if I'm going to somewhere, like for the first time. I'll go there, I'll check the landmarks. And then I just go in a random place to try
Yeah.
and figure. Joburg.
Yeah.
It took me getting lost without my phone to know everywhere in Joburg. I'm like, I
Yeah.
know the place to avoid, I know the place to go, and know how to do all these
Remember
things.
my dad as well, like driving from Maritzburg to a random family member in Joburg. He'll go there.
You'll find
Easy.
it.
Yeah,
You'll
bro.
find the house. How? Us, bro, we can't even find the G spot.
And that's the episode. And that is Paul Wheatley Part 2. We will see you at
Top G. He's a top G.
Paul Wheatley Part 3 coming up soon, guys. My word, it's so
Paul Wheatley
nice
on the
having
golf
you here,
course.
bro.
Yeah, give me all your attention. One time for the misfits. Through the doors open on the highway, I promise you don't want to miss this.